Right, what did you guys think of the little intro yourself thing we did last time? Do you want to do that again? Do you like that? How was that?
What did we do again?
Do it.
You
I'm
just
gonna
introed
be honest, I don't
Introduce your
remember.
characters.
We just introed ourselves. So like,
Mate, it's been 2 weeks. I don't
you just say
remember
something
yesterday.
like, I said, I am Boldar the Protector, a half-orc barbarian, and sometimes I just like to talk things through.
I'm Bray Fireforge. I'm a hill dwarf who's turned to a pirate, and I don't like talking things through.
I despise it.
I'm Fear of Flying, a bird, Arakoka thing. And you never know what I'm going to do, so expect the unexpected.
He likes to sing things through.
Yeah.
I'm Flynn Rider, so basically imagine the character from Tangled, but a 3-foot midget. He kind of does what he wants. He's trusting, but not too trusting.
He's good at stabbing.
That too.
Can't forget that.
Yes. What is it? 6 confirmed kills now.
Something crazy like that.
That we're aware of. That we're aware of.
How many of my NPCs have you killed, like, behind the scenes?
None yet. Yeah.
None that you know
Yeah.
of.
Just when you come to pull out some enemies, they'll just all be dead, and Geoda's like,
You are
"What?"
already dead.
Yeah. Canonically, in my backstory, I killed them already. So they dropped dead.
Joke.
Nat, you didn't introduce yourself.
So,
Yeah, nah.
Come on, Nat.
I'm Nat. I'm everyone
Else in the world.
other than these guys.
Well said.
Freya, we were like gods in the chat, is everything else that matters.
She's the power of the gods.
Basically,
The dice gods.
yes. She does the story, she does the rolling, she's got the sheets. I'm really good at closing all of my tabs before we go live, but she is sitting there carrying me like she always does, so. Whoopsh.
Whoopsh.
At that, does anyone want to do a recap? I don't know that we posted one,
I don't
a
think we
session
did.
recap for the last session, so
But I think as the DM,
I'll give y'all the
it's
chance.
in your right to do a recap.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just didn't know. That's honestly just something that every campaign I've always been in, it's kind of like a thing where the DM asks if anyone wants to
Right.
recap, nobody ever does, and the DM recaps. So I'm just holding that tradition.
Oh yeah, Nick needs a recap because he's never caught us playing D&D before. He's in the chat. So
Oh really?
he'll need a
okay.
recap.
Well, to go from the very start, just pretty quickly, we have an NPC character named Lady Beck. She's pretty spicy, quite like someone else we might be familiar with. And she has hired our crew here to escort her out of the kingdom. Initially, their job was to escort her to her ship where her crew was supposed to have been waiting. As we have discovered, that was they've been since disposed of. We don't know if they're killed or what. Crew's gone, an ambush was waiting, which you guys swiftly dealt with. We've got some bloody boys, a couple people at 1 HP, I think, at least.
Some bloody boy.
And that is where we are picking up. So at that, unless there's any key details I've missed. I didn't go into any specific encounters.
What's
but
Fenric doing today?
I guess we'll have to find out.
I suppose
one thing that is important to mention. Yes, you go.
I was going to say we had the Don Wesley incident, and we
Yes.
that's how we refer to it now.
You huffed a man.
What a guy.
And we also had Nahala and her, subterfuge, and
Yes.
and then we she went. I let her go.
Rude.
Yep. Nahala tried to join the team.
She was
Didn't
hired.
have to take much effort. Y'all wanted her, so she was like, and was quick to put a knife to Lady Beck's throat, but she couldn't really stick to her guns, and upon an interesting encounter with Boldar, she did flee. So that did happen. We also have a horse with us. He drove the cart. I didn't really think to name him or put much thought into him, but our team has really just latched on to him by the heart.
What do you mean our
Jeremy.
team?
Particularly
You're right.
Fenric.
Everyone but
Series
Flynn.
regular, I hope,
Mostly Fenric
Who's
has
not here
really
today.
been latched to. Yes, Fenric is out, so we'll find out what's going on with him.
So Jeremy's free game.
Who's going to
I
protect
mean,
him? Fenric?
technically, everything's free game in this game. That's just kind of like how this works. So it's a bit terrifying, but let's see. Let's fucking see, dude. Okie dokie. So at that, you guys are on the ship. I'll go ahead and give it a brief description, but overall, where we left off, Lady Beck had, when confronted with the fact that her crew is no longer there, had given you the nice Rob, given you the opportunity to be her acting crew, and instead of dropping her off at the ship, she is going to extend sort of your guys' job to take her eastward to her destination island. So we're at the ship now. Basically, it is, I have it pulled up. It is a single-masted ship with 2 or more regular sails. We have above deck, there is a crow's nest. The captain's quarters is sort of underneath where where you would steer there up at the top. And you do have an area below deck that consists of mostly a couple of corners for storage. You'll find just general things, ropes and netting, a few barrels of gunpowder around, very limited rations. There's a section where you have hammocks just sort of as living quarters, a mess hall section with that limited amount of rations is there. But overall, you guys are sort of out at the ship setting sail. What would your characters like to do?
Do we decide who's like in charge or?
Well, who's
Yeah,
lower?
I mean,
Who's lowest health right now?
Fenric. Pretty
Yeah.
sure
Fenric is at 1. So we could start with Fenric then. At that, Lady Beck has just sort of she's standing near the bow of the ship. She hasn't taken to steer at all. She's like, y'all are my crew. She's being sort of quiet up towards the bow. Fenric has immediately, he is one of the forest. He is not one of the sea. He is extremely seasick. You see him sort of quickly tuck away within the storage shelves. Jeremy following. He's got his arms around a barrel,
Sorry, what? He
entertaining
followed?
himself there. You occasionally notice Jeremy the horse rubbing his forehead with a towel with his mouth. Nurse Jeremy taking good care of our boy Fenric is what they are up to. So with that, you have mess hall. We have yet to steer. I believe an anchor needs to be lifted up. Whatever y'all characters are going to be doing.
Maybe
let's
we
go
should
for it.
vote on who
Oh, I'm
kind of
definitely
captains
not
us.
tall enough.
I guess we should vote on who like kind of captains us. I guess Lady Beck's kind of
Captains
captaining
us.
us.
I thought we were a team.
Well, I guess just like in my mind,
Well, hold
it
on.
makes sense
Bray,
that it makes
Bray,
somewhat
Bray has
sense
some
experience,
knowledge of
exactly,
the ocean, right?
Exactly. So I feel like maybe he should steer and be kind of our captain.
Sure.
How does Bray feel about this? Bray's like,
Pirate
"Mm,
captain."
sure.
Says
Yeah.
sure.
I'll take on that responsibility
Okay, so Bray steering.
at your own peril. I feel like I should point out.
I think it
But
makes
yeah,
sense. Sorry, Karen.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'll take on. Yeah, at your own peril, I'll take on that responsibility.
I think it makes sense that maybe Boldar goes to at least help or lift up the anchor.
Yeah.
I'll go in the crow's nest.
Wow. Fizz like looks at you angrily as you go up there. He's like, I'm literally a bird, dude.
Yeah. I'm literally just gonna lie at the front of the ship, just playing my lute. Just watching all the hard work unravel from Boldar and Bray.
Oh god.
But at least you're inspired by my music, hopefully.
Alrighty, and I would say with that, Lady Beck, who is also at the bow, maybe she takes a seat on the edge and is enjoying the music. I think she's gonna look at the anchor and then look
Enjoying
at Boldar
is a strong
and
word.
then look at the anchor. Oh, well, do you want to go ahead and roll performance? Actually, well, let's see.
A 12.
Okay, I would say she's listening to it. She's not upset. Certainly, as the bard
That's a
of the group, she
positive.
might have expected a bit more.
Might
She's
have
like-
expected
she's
a
like-
bit
now.
more.
I
She's
thought I
like,
was
don't
just
quit your
tagging
day
along.
job, but you know.
Joke's on you. I don't have any day jobs for that.
Yeah.
At that, though, she does address Boldar directly, and she's like, all right, well, we can't really go east when we're going nowhere, huh? Why don't you go ahead and lift that anchor up there, hun?
Okay. Boldar just strides over to the anchor, starts pushing.
Were you,
Push him. Go
mean-
ahead and roll strength. Let's see how long this
Aw.
takes. Let's see how pissed she gets. Maybe we see another just end of the world slap here if you get a 1.
Boldar
Please
dies.
be a 1. Please be a 1.
It's a 17.
All right. I will say you barely notice it on her face, but you know. She's like, all right, shit, the anchor's up. And with that, we are set sail. So she has sort of described that it will be 2 days tops of just open sea before you guys approach an archipelago. Did I say that right? Freya had to type out the
Archipelago.
Yeah.
archipelago. Yeah, that sounds right. The phonetic typing for that
Archipelago.
one for me. The archipelago. And upon noticing sort of the lower amount of supplies, you guys are going to be okay. But she has sort of made some last minute plans to stop at an island that you guys are about a day and a half of open sea. Was there anything else that your characters wanted to do or to look for? Just to be fully transparent with you, this section is sort of more of a role play with what your characters would be doing on this ship in the setting. If you have any questions about it. Before we head out to the night for a long rest. So let's just go ahead and roll initiative and sort of get an order going here.
A 7.
Did you
I
add your
got a
modifier?
6.
I've
Starts
got
off well.
a 19 plus 2, so 21.
Wow.
13.
That's my 1 for the day.
Hopefully it's your one for the day.
Thank you, Becky. She's so sweet. It's my pirate outfit.
She's ready for the high
I
seas.
have here.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
I'm not
yes.
gonna wear
Yep.
this the whole
Very
time.
nice.
It's over
I
my
think you should.
headset. I have to read.
You've got another eye. What do you mean?
That's true.
You've got 2
Here, I'll
eyes.
tuck that shit down here.
There you go.
We'll see how long till I get sick of it. I didn't plan that. I just had it there, so that's
Mhm,
nice.
mhm.
Sure.
Anyways, after maybe I'm already done with it. Pulling that anchor up maybe give you a rush of endorphins,
Blood
but
somewhere.
Boldar's first in our order. What is he sort of doing when you guys are out on the open sea? How's he spending his time?
I think the most normal thing for him to do would maybe just be to kind of patrol the ship and kind of just make sure he keeps an eye on the horizons and things, and that there's no threats coming in from anywhere.
Mhm.
Make sure everyone's
Staying
safe.
at the top deck there.
Yeah, maybe he does. Maybe he would then patrol down, because maybe he would start down actually, because we haven't actually checked this whole ship out really. I feel like maybe he would go down, search below, walk around there, and then come back up and patrol the top. Yeah.
Alrighty, you leave Fenric on his own as you walk by him. Maybe give him a pat on the back, or
I'm like, you'll be okay, buddy.
that's sweet. Alrighty, well,
Yeah, I'm like,
Boulder's just sort
pat him on the
of
back. I go, get it all up, buddy. Get it all up.
You pat
He's
him on
like,
the back and he just starts throwing up more.
Yeah, I'm like, get it up.
like a tiger in a zoo. He is just ready. He is pacing. Next that would be Bray. Let's see, you've been deemed captain of the ship.
Yeah.
Is he looking for anything, or what does he do to pass the
He's had
time?
responsibility thrust upon him.
He's just sort of at the wheel and he's sort of, I guess, scanning like the horizon, sort of looking out for anything untoward, I guess.
He's at the wheel like, I
Um,
don't actually know
Is
how
he
to do
steering?
this.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's like trying to sort of keep an eye out, but also his mind like wanders because, well, we know what he's like, don't we?
Is he steering the ship then?
Yeah, he's like staring at the ship and then sort of scanning the horizon, but also sort of occasionally looking at his compass or whatever, I guess. To know.
thinking about whether there's rum below deck or.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Go ahead and make either sleight of hand or performance check for me. Just for funsies.
Whichever
here.
one's your strongest.
That's for
Yeah.
I'll give
fancy.
you advantage too, with advantage.
Sleight of hand or what? Sorry.
Or performance.
Whichever one's your best modifier,
Oh,
basically. Choose that.
Sleight of hand. 14.
14. All right. You're going east for sure. There's no error in that. Maybe a bit of a sway. Maybe it's been a minute since you steered. But overall, this isn't gonna cause a crisis, so that's good to go. He's doing a good job.
Nice.
And with that, next, actually, Lady Beck and Fear rolled the same sort of in the order there. You guys have already kind of initiated your interaction there. She's enjoying your music. Fear, do you plan on playing music the entire way? Is he looking for anything? What's he doing?
We're just chilling, playing music the whole way.
The
And if
whole
someone
way,
can
whole
bring me,
day.
if someone can bring me a bottle of rum, that would be even better.
Okay.
Or maybe I go down and get a bottle of rum, and then
Can someone check if we
like-
have rum? Just
yeah,
out
do
of
me. Can I
Just
check if we have rum?
professional curiosity. Someone can
I
have rum.
would say Lady Beck is probably pretty quick to understand that she's got a pretty rowdy crew. She's probably gonna look for that first. If we could have an investigation roll for Lady Beck.
It's almost
That
like
would
her
be
little reward for
spectacular.
us getting her out of that situation. She's like,
Yeah.
I'll get him
Yeah,
straight.
yeah.
If she
You
gets
guys
there
did
first, she might
agree to
hide it.
doing this without any extra pay, so she's probably feeling a bit nice.
I mean, I'm already up 1,200 gold.
Wait, we did agree to
I-
do that? We did?
You didn't ask for any, so she's like, all right, I guess we're just doing it. All right.
We didn't negotiate.
Yes,
at all.
investigation, please and thank you. She rolled an 11. She found bottles of rum,
How many? You lagged for a second.
and she
Two.
sort of
Okay.
2. Sorry.
That's all right.
That's
It was
let
like,
me know if
you
I'm
literally said you had, she found, and then I had bottles of rum. I was like, wait, how many?
censored.
You have to guess how many.
Do I roll for that? Or?
You're like, oh, 20? She found 2 bottles of rum. I think coming up, she would sort of pass one to Boldar and then take her spot in towards the bow in front of Fear and sort of set one next to him. She's not going to offer it because, I mean, I'm assuming you're still playing music. She is, with the roll you made, she is enjoying it. So I don't think she would immediately interrupt you by shoving a bottle in your hands. But she does sort of just take her seat there. So we have 2 bottles of rum in circulation. If anyone is grabbing a drink there. Real quick though, we have Flynn is last. What is he looking for? What is he doing for this day's ride here?
Well, he realizes that the crow's nest was a bad idea. He's super bored up there.
Oh no.
He kind of looks over the side, sees Lady Beck bringing rum to everybody. He's like, so he climbs down. He's gonna go below deck without talking to anybody. Snoop around, checks in on Fenric, but doesn't say anything. He just kind of
Kicks him a little.
what's happening there. And then he goes to look for some rum.
Did you want to roll investigation, or were you gonna work with the ones that was already found?
I'm gonna look for my own.
He's gonna look for more. He finds a
You're
stash
gonna
of
hoard
5
it a
bottles of
little?
rum and hides it in a
I rolled
corner.
a 14.
Alrighty, with a 14, I mean, you rolled higher than her, so I would definitely say you find another bottle of rum towards the back, maybe under some netting. You were especially wanting to find that, so you have that. I would say, sort of with the order of things, nobody probably saw you take that if you want to keep it as a secret or offer it to the group.
I'm gonna come back above deck, and I see everybody just chilling around. Boldar's, making his rounds. The Fear of Flying is just, still on his loot. It sounds like the sea has maybe warped the strings a little bit, kind of just a smidge out tune, but I won't say anything.
It's the
And then I
motion of
look
the
up,
ocean, dude. It's
I see
just the
Bray.
waves.
Well, I barely see Bray. Maybe I see the tip of his hat or something.
Over the wheel.
You just see his bandana poking over.
Instead, nobody brought him a drink. I noticed nobody brought him a drink, so I'm gonna go up there and share a cup or 2 of rum with him.
But now he's drink driving.
Drive
I
and
think
drive?
that comes with the job.
Yeah. Bloody pilot,
Okay.
mate.
I think with everyone having sort of
Pirate.
rum in circulation, anyone who's deciding to drink would make a Constitution save. We could have one for Lady Beck as well. I'm sure she's partaking. Oh yes,
Who's not
Becky
having a drink?
confirms.
Freya said, "If you're not drunk, are you really a pirate?"
For real.
That's a 3 for Bray.
It's a 4 for Fear.
She's
Wow.
some really good rum.
Wow, you guys.
It's an 18 for me.
Oh damn! Okay, that's good. That's
So we
solid.
at least got one sober person. On the
It
ship
was a
now.
6 for me, but plus Constitution makes that a 10, so not so bad.
This sounds a lot like when we're just playing Sea of Thieves,
Sea of
if I'm honest. Me and Rob just get
So-
absolutely destroyed by the rum, and George is like slightly better off, but still
Yeah.
quite bad.
Just to confirm, because I want to make sure I have everything right. Flynn got an 18.
Yes.
I'll start with you. You're fine. You're like, man, this is good. Maybe the stuff you found in the back is just different stuff.
He's like, "This is weak rum."
But yeah, so maybe you're thinking that you're like, I'm not feeling anything, and then you look at Bray, who's drinking the same stuff as you,
Oh jeez.
and he's rosy. He's maybe
He's leaning on the wheel.
maybe swaying with the ship a little bit
He's
here.
a very
He's
merry dwarf.
vibing.
He's a
He's
pirate. How
very-
does he
Yeah.
not hold his alcohol?
And a dwarf.
Kind of shocked. He's a pirate.
It's been a while,
Um,
okay? It's been a while.
Go ahead and Bray re-roll your sleight of hand. What's with disadvantage
Oh
here.
no,
Gosh.
with disadvantage.
Oh god. Okay. So that's 18 rolled.
Okay, so that feels right. He is a pirate. He is silly, but it is not going to influence his driving. He is steering straight ahead east. So that is good news for the group.
He knows how to do his job, even if he's drunk.
Yes.
He doesn't know where
Not
he is, but he's good at his job.
Okay, and at that, Boldar, you're feeling a bit silly. You're still making your rounds. Maybe you see a little bit of a sway with the ship, but
He gets a bit
more of
distracted.
a light buzz. You're feeling good. Yeah, just the ocean's starting to look really pretty.
The sun's shining off the surface. He's just like,
Yeah, maybe your attention is less on your surroundings and more like, oh man, that's nice.
I like that I went for, I'll patrol the ship and make sure we're under no threat, but I'll also get drunk while I do it.
It's a whole day. I mean, I'm sure you lasted a good 1 to 2 hours before you're like, all right.
I'm on patrol, but there's no reason why I can't have some fun while I'm at it.
I'll be aware, but actually no, I won't, because I'm gonna get drunk.
I'm pretty happy with how this arrived though, because we do have a similar to Bray. Fear, you're feeling it. You're drunk.
He starts dancing.
Go ahead and
while he plays.
not to be too repetitive, but let's just see another performance check. Let's see if the rum does influence
A
what
21.
we're hearing.
Oh, it does.
Damn. Okay.
It improves
similar
it.
to Bray,
It's
you're
improved.
doing your job.
Hasn't it improved?
That's beautiful.
I've improved, if
Yeah.
anything.
He's better when he's drunk.
Now, sweet Lady Beck did hit a crit fail.
Oh,
Jeez.
that
Oh,
sounds
gosh.
sounds accurate.
So she
Oh,
technically
no.
has a +2 to that, but she's wasted. She is laughing. She's kind of moving her head to each strum of the lute. She's like, all right, yeah, maybe she's at each swig, she's a bit more comfortable with y'all now. She's sort of raising the bottle, seeing if anyone's going to cheer with her, and she's having a great time. So she's really happy she's hired y'all right now. Okay, good. I need the affirmation from Becky there. That is excellent. Okay, so with that is how you're spending your guys' day. Just a beautiful day in the sunshine with some rum. I love
We
it.
needed this.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think we're done.
Fenric's not having such a good day down below.
I do plan if we see Tristan in the chat, have him roll a d20 for Constitution. Just
Okay.
if he happens to show up, we'll see how he's.
We'll
doing.
make him do it with night. We'll make him do it with Nightbot though, so we can check his results.
Exactly. Yeah. But with that, it is getting late. You guys can, if you wanted to, I'll give you the opportunity if there's something you wanted to do before you take your long rest for the night. You feel free to do that. We'll probably use the same initiative roll. But also just as far as the sleeping situation goes, I mean, anywhere on deck is fair game. You do have hammocks below deck. There is one good sized, pretty fanciful. It's got some like wool bedding in the captain's quarters, a nice bed there. So with that, that still puts Boldar as first. Maybe you're the first to notice that the sun is taking its dip into the ocean.
Like Boldar might suggest that that Lady Beck gets the captain's cabin and the nicer bed, seeing as she is who we're escorting. She's the VIP, so he would maybe suggest that to the group.
She's also wasted. So
Yeah, he tries to
I
suggest
think,
that to the group.
Go and tuck her in, mate.
I think she's still on her feet. She does
Just about.
as soon as you mention it, she kind of no direct eye contact. She's really focusing on the ground there. Slams the door open. You hear it slam against the wall. It's a pretty good heavy wooden door. And sort of just gently face plants onto the bed and lays like that with the door open. If there was anything else Boldar wanted to do with this turn here.
Boldar. Maya's losing her mind, I'm sorry. My dog is losing her
Let's
mind.
get some Maya emotes.
I think probably my sister might have just come home, and that's what's disturbed her. I might have to double check, but I think Boldar would shut that door, just closes that door slowly and quietly, and then maybe he posts up, maybe he sits with his back against that door and just tries to sleep there, potentially, just on the deck.
That's sweet.
Okay.
Lady Beck would notice.
Okay, I'll be right back.
To Captain
She's
here
all
what
good.
you're wanting, either
Um,
either set anchor or take shifts, maybe with Boldar, or ask someone if they want to steer through the night.
Yeah, I was gonna say like we probably want to at least have sort of rotate maybe, so we got like I don't know 2 people awake or something while everyone else sleeps. So I guess me and Boulder take the first shift, perhaps.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Go with that. While everyone else sleeps, and then could swap out and stuff.
All right. Sounds good. And was there anything else you wanted to do? I would say we can sort of retcon as we do everyone else's turn, but he would take the first shift steering. Boldar can have a nap against the door. And then as you guys switch out later, would you take a hammock below or are you staying top deck?
Probably stay top deck. I might have another swig of rum though while I'm at it.
Oh, yeah?
While
Go
I'm
and make another con save.
You didn't think this through.
Oh, that would be 9.
You're drunk
Yeah.
now. So you did your shift.
That was his goal.
I'd say maybe you just had the bottle with you as you're doing your first shift. Maybe each lean to the right, you find the bottle to your lips, as you're
Yeah.
going along. You're pretty drunk.
The boat's gently rocking.
Is there a certain way that drunk Bray would wake Boldar up, or is he just gonna?
He kicks me.
Trying
He goes, "Oi."
to think if I don't have anything I can just sort of like throw at you, but
The empty bottle.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, sort of lobs like the bottle at Boulder.
Does he walk down and do it, or does he do it from above? Because he's above.
From above.
Go
Right
From
above me,
above.
just drops it on his head.
Yeah. He just sort of like leans
Maybe-
over and goes. drops it down.
Make an attack roll.
Wow. It kills Boldar. Boldar dies in his
Just
sleep.
Gives him concussion.
D20.
Oh, okay. That's a 4 that he's rolled there.
I'd say in this situation that's a good thing. We don't really want to be hitting our neck. You don't want to give him a concussion right before he's in charge of the ship. So I'd say that's a good thing. I would say with a heavy thunk, that glass bottle, kind of far though from Boldar, maybe like a good 3 feet from him, clonks onto the deck, and you wake up and sort of go to take your shift. Is there any sort of anything you would say to Bray or?
I think maybe as Boldar strides up the stairs, he just gives Bray a meaningful look that's like,
Okay. And then with that, next we have Lady Beck kind of already took her turn.
she's out of it.
She sleeps on her turn. She's happy. Maybe she hears a good little bonk from the glass bottle later in the night and she's like, I don't give a fuck. Boys will be next we have Fear. Is there anything you wanted to do, or is he retiring right away? Where's he going?
I'm going to retire right away, but I'm going to go up to the crow's nest.
I knew that.
And just curl up there.
Nobody's going to sleep in a hammock? Come on, I gave you guys hammocks.
It's a trap.
Fenric's in that hammock.
Yeah, I don't want to go near Fenric. It
We
might
don't
be
want to get
contagious
puked on.
what he's got.
No, we don't get to get puked on.
Boy.
No, I'm going to go up in the crow's nest and just curl up there. And just let the gentle sway of the boat rock me to sleep.
He builds a nest in the crow's nest.
Yeah.
Pretty crumpled
She
up
really
there,
wanted
but
us in
alright.
those hammocks.
I'm only coming because I
hammocks.
could not imagine climbing up a crow's nest and then just like curling up. And you're probably moving the most out of everybody on
Well,
the
very
ship,
drunk, yeah.
just as far as like fulcrums in general work in this world.
Maybe make him roll to climb up there. Maybe he falls down.
Are you trying to kill me?
You
You're
did
very
roll
drunk.
a 4
You're very
on
drunk.
your you are drunk. So let's
I
go
can
ahead and
confirm.
see an athletics roll. I'm not going to give you disadvantage because I wouldn't make you roll athletics if you weren't drunk. So that's kind of already a disadvantage there. So let's see.
I was so close to an 18, but I got a 3.
Oh,
no.
Hey Rob. Hey Rob. How much health does Fear have right now?
Well, since I leveled up my character on
that's
D&D
true.
Beyond, it goes straight to max. So I want to assume max.
He's on 1. You
yeah.
don't. So you didn't load your damage into D&D Beyond, so your max HP is great. Like you feel the potential. You're still at 1 HP. I will say that makes sense though, because with a 3, I would say even with like a 6, maybe you make it higher before you fall. You made it 1 rung and you fell backwards, and it kind of takes you longer than you'd like to get back up.
He lays there on his back for a second.
Just lay there.
He lays on his
You're
back
gonna
for a
lay at the
second.
bottom.
I just lay there and just like, this is where I'm sleeping.
He looks up, the stars are spinning in the sky.
Real quick, we still have to get to Flynn, I believe. Did everyone level up to level 2? I should have asked this at the top.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. I was not doing my job. Okay, Flynn, what's he doing? What's he looking for? Is he going right to bed?
Well, he's sprawled out on the main deck looking up at the stars, but he hears a fucking thud. And he looks and he just sees a bird. He's like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, he just kind of
I love
looks up, falls asleep.
No one's going below deck. No one wants to be near Fenric. You
No.
never know.
It smells down there now,
Yeah.
man.
Him and Jeremy are
nice
too
Poor
close.
Fenric.
No one wants to be near that.
Yeah.
Look, Nat highlighted the
Give him
hammock.
this
It's obviously a
space.
trap.
The hammocks are mimics.
I will say, unlike what... Yes, Freya, that's exactly what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking. But...
Does that mean?
Not like anyone would see, because all of you are above deck. Y'all are just chilling up there. We don't give a fuck about my cool hammocks that were like magical and like gave you like plus 20 to AC. I swear.
Yeah, that's
Unlikely story.
You don't see it, but I almost said Jennifer. Jesus, Jeremy, not Jennifer. There's no lady horse. Y'all didn't roll high enough for that. Jeremy has laid down in sort of in like a yin and yang cuddle position. You have Fenric and Jeremy sleeping through the night below deck. So that's cute. None of y'all see it though.
But it happens.
Go ahead and roll survival just for giggles to see how y'all sleep through the night.
A 14.
Last time we slept, Boldar did real bad.
14 for Bray as well.
All right.
I also got a 14.
Hey.
George, come on.
Fuck y'all.
No pressure, mate.
14, George.
I got a 5.
What?
Oh no.
Boldar can't
Does
sleep. He's...
Boldar know how to sleep?
No,
Oh,
Boldar's,
I was just, yeah.
Boldar's haunted by his past. He can't sleep.
Could we have a survival roll for Lady Beck too? I
Okay,
gotta know
it-
how well she sleeps.
It was a 3 roll and +2.
And you magically, instead of a +2, you have a +12. No, just kidding. Or +11 or whatever that would be to 14. Wow, Lady Beck slept great. Spoiler alert, she slept great, you guys.
She got just the right amount of drunk that she slept perfectly.
That's the right amount.
She got drunk enough to keep her asleep without getting sick. She slept great. With a 14, y'all slept good, but you're not as quite well rested looking as Lady Beck when you see each other in the morning later. Boldar, shockingly, you weren't the most drunk when you went to bed, but maybe there's something else in that room. You're kind of tossing and turning. That's more for
It's just,
shits and
it's just
giggles,
his brain. His mind keeps him awake.
At that, let's see. Early in the morning, I'm not gonna have you roll initiative. You sort of wake up at the same time. You hear a strange noise out in the water. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving check.
A 19.
That's just a 20 plus your wisdom saving, right? Like,
Yeah.
if there's a modifier.
Yes, for Lady Beck.
That is an 8 for
A
Bray.
12.
A 10.
Oh, I forgot one of the tabs I closed earlier. I literally Googled ship terms because for the life of me, I couldn't think of any words last time. So that's one of the ones I got closed. So forgive me if I say something stupid. Or don't. Okay, that's a 6. Okie dokie. Number to beat. Yikes, you guys. So Boldar got a 10, that's right?
Yep.
Okay. Fear. You are the only one. You're sort of waking with a star. You hear this horrible screeching. It's terrible. It's high pitched. It's a growl. It sounds below in the water, sort of splashing about. It's terrible.
Someone threw
Before-
Jeremy, didn't they?
I don't know that y'all would hear that. Everyone else, Boldar, Flynn, Bray, Lady Beck, hear this beautiful ringing voice, this melody sort of echoing from the water below. It's just so enchanting.
Oh god.
Oh.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
A 19 again.
Nice.
Crit. 20.
Wow.
Wow.
What a time to get
I
it.
can... Just not allowed to go first, am I?
Yeah. But what a time to get it. It's like, I don't care if I go first. I want to do good shit.
Freya, we will need 3 of those rolls. Not to like spoil, because like I'm talking out loud. But we will need 3 initiative rolls. I could have not said the number out loud, probably. I blame the line.
Guys, I think there might be 3 things.
How many are
She
there?
might be
You-
having a thought.
How many are there? You lagged out for a second.
I didn't catch Flynn's.
Oh, I got an 18.
18. So I have a 20 for Boldar, 19 for Fear, 18 for Flynn. Bray, what did you get?
Also 18.
We all rolled high for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
It
for
will
initiative
be
of all things?
dexterity. And I'll need one for Lady Beck too. Sorry. I'm like, surprise! Roll 100 times for me. Thank you. Can we get a love for Freya real quick? A little applause for doing all the hard work. Thank you. Okay.
Freya relishes it though. She's got so many dice. She's probably rolling a different dice set for each thing.
She's got them all like
Probably.
laid out in
She's
front
like,
of
oh
her.
yes, this one for this Tristan. And this one for that. At least I hope she does.
She's
I would
double
hope
fisting
so.
dice right now.
She's got all her d20s out in a row.
It's when you need like 3 rolls. It's just like.
She just gets 3 in her hand and rolls them all at once.
Yeah.
Not to peek the curtains too much. I will say yet again, y'all have been like making this so easy for me. I didn't even have to try as Nahala. Y'all wanted her. I don't even have like y'all. All y'all slept top deck. Like I didn't even have to make you look for anything. Like that's what started this. And
Yeah.
coincidentally, even nicer, Fenric is below deck. So thanks. Okay, let me get this ordered together real quick. Sorry.
What's it gonna be?
I'm assuming our sleep was a long rest.
Yes.
Okay, so we can go back to max
Go
health.
ahead and yes.
Because I can just see
Sorry.
George just sort of scared.
I would say
And I'm not
even
even in
as
the
you
worst
guys were
spot.
taking shifts, there was plenty of time for the morning for you both to get a total of 8 hours rest in.
Cool.
That's much nicer.
Much prefer that than 4 health, to be honest.
If you want to go with 4 health, you can.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Nah.
Thank you for the offer, but I'm good.
Thanks, but nah.
Nah.
Okay, I will let you know. So upon waking up, you guys are each in your respective positions. I sort of want to get an idea before we get into conflict and how your character would react, according to the different sounds that you guys are hearing. So just without including sort of the attack order, that would put Boldar first. I'm assuming after you had taken your role steering, you might even still be steering. Would he have anchored through the night at all, or would he stay steering through the remainder of that night?
What a great question. I guess he would have just kept steering because I don't know he would have, if unless there had been an agreement with Bray to drop the anchor when they swapped. Because otherwise, I don't see how. I don't think Bray was coherent at that
I
point
would
anyway.
have said just keep going.
Just
to be
keep going.
honest.
Just go straight. You'll
Yeah.
be
I
fine.
think that makes
Follow the
sense.
signs.
That
to
makes
see.
sense anyways, because you certainly are first to maybe notice this beautiful singing that you hear from Bella. Is there any sort of immediate reaction he would have to this?
I guess just curiosity more than anything. Maybe inquisitive. Maybe slightly hesitant, but also inquisitive.
Is he leaving the steering wheel, or is he gonna go check it out, or is he staying where he's at?
Maybe he is staying where he's at, but he's kind of distracted. Like he's kind of trying to see, but he is still at the wheel.
That makes sense. And then fear. You did not quite make it up the crow's nest. You do sort of wake up to hear this horrible screeching. Maybe it makes more sense that way as well, that you'd be waking up second in this order. Does he do anything immediately, or is he sort of staying where he's at for
He
now?
screeches back.
Well, considering it's a screech, I don't want to go directly to the side of the ship. I think I'd actually try and climb up the crow's nest to see sort of like a bird's eye view on it, just to see what's there. Yeah.
I'd say you're sober, so I'm not going to make you roll anything. You get up there just
Thank
fine this
God.
time. Maybe it feels extra good, you know? You're
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I can do this now.
I'm doing it. I will say, we'll use this opportunity. You go up the crow's nest, and you do see, nobody else sees this quite yet. You do see sirens. They're keeping up with the ship quite easily. You have 2 on the, I don't have my sheet pulled up, the
Oh.
left side. What's that one? Is that starboard? Fuck if I know.
Well, you
No,
got
right,
50-50.
right is starboard, port's left is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna remember that. 2 to
That's
the
a-
left, 1 to the right. You do see
That's a
clearly. And
horrifying picture.
Yeah, Freya has
Freya
shared
has
an image
posted the image.
in the chat.
Becky, you
like-
did catch it.
Oh, jeez.
Mm.
It's not one of those
As soon as
sexy
the
movie
singing
mermaids.
started.
Like beautiful dolphins, you see them sort of taking their way, but sort of together it creates this echo of that screeching, terrible sound from both sides as they call out to you. And with that, Flynn is next sort of in the order if he has any immediate reaction to hearing this beautiful singing from where he had dropped last night.
Well, would I know that, out on the ocean, if I hear singing, would I know they're sirens? Like, is that common knowledge?
That would probably be if you want to make either a history. I don't think it would be Arcana. Go ahead and make a history check and see if this is inherently something you would know to look out for. Maybe he knows to grab for some cotton balls or something.
I got a nat 20 on that with a +1 modifier.
That's awesome. That's great. Thanks. I'm just kidding.
He knows everything about their anatomy.
So
he knows-
immediately, you did fail the save. You feel yourself fully charmed by this beautiful singing, but in the back of your mind, you do know that these are sirens, and these are creatures that will charm you and try to pull you into the ocean. And you are also aware that you have team members around you. Boldar has already woken up. You do see him sort of his demeanor as he's steering has changed from maybe how you had seen before. So you're acutely aware of the situation.
But powerless to
Let's
resist.
see. Y'all will have your chance. And then next we have Bray.
I was gonna say like similar to Flynn, like Bray. Well, Bray obviously being pirate boy, he's
hmm
surely he's sort of
More likely to know.
he's aware of sirens.
If you
and
want to
sort of-
roll history with advantage, see if this is something he's encountered before or has heard about in his travels. Advantage, please.
Yeah, you got a second roll. You got a
Uh,
second roll.
I'm
I've
not
got a-
looking at the rolls. so-
I've got a second roll.
Yeah, you got advantage.
Advantage because you're a pirate.
Okay, so that's 15 for history.
Much better. What was the first roll?
It was a crit fail.
Oh
course
my
it was.
gosh.
Of course it is.
You're lucky he's a pirate. I only
Yes.
gave you advantage because he's probably got some proficiency that lands in that arena. So gee.
Rolling strong today.
Yikes.
I would like to take a moment to highlight Lady Beck in
Oh, she's gone.
Oh,
I know.
We've lost her.
alright, the sirens
no.
got her.
Yeah, the sirens got her. We thought the
We're
sirens.
back.
We thought the sirens
We're
had
back.
you.
Yes.
Great. I wanted to read Becky's. I've always wanted to be a siren. #EatMen2021. Just iconic. Love her.
Get that in the quote list, surely.
Yeah.
on it.
Come on
yeah.
now.
Okay, yes, you rolled a 15. I would say with that, you've heard the stories. You haven't encountered one yourself. You've heard people just at different ports in your travels. Like, yeah, there's these sirens. They charm you, dude. By singing, they're nasty. So you immediately do recognize this as a danger as well. Thank
Nice.
you, Rob. And then last in the order would be Lady Beck. She is charmed as well. She hears this beautiful singing. I'd say she gets up, maybe fluffs her hair a little bit. She's like, "All right, who we got?" Maybe there's more singing from Fear, and she sort of opens the door, and checks everything out. So at this point, most everybody's keen on what's going on, not via a history check, but by sort of taking the moment to look. Fear is very keen on what's happening here. So, top of the order, we actually have our siren going first. Let's see. There ain't much she can do yet. So she's gonna halt her order, and she will get to hop in later on. And then next is Boldar. By the way, talking is a free action. If Fear or anyone wanted to sort of open communication, that's something that you can do outside of your turn. But Boldar, it is your turn of action first.
Does anyone want to inform anyone else that they're sirens? Anyone that knows?
Bray will. Yeah. Bray will be like, "There's fucking sirens out there, innit?"
Be careful, lads.
Yeah.
I would
Do you
say
include
maybe
any details, or
anything more.
maybe Boldar don't know what that means?
Can we tell Lady Beck
It's like,
to go
really,
back?
where?
Boldar's a village boy. He doesn't know nothing.
Yeah, basically just tells them that, they're going to try and sing at you and then grab you when you least expect it.
And eat your meats.
Exactly.
That's only if
So-
you're lucky.
Yeah.
That's for the lucky ones.
I'm not really sure how we can. I don't know if Bray knows how we can combat them though. That's the thing. Like,
I'll shout down to keep Lady Beck in the captain's quarters, away from like
Yeah.
the edges.
lock
So-
her in there if you can.
Maybe Boldar suggests that Bray takes the wheel. Boldar's like, Bray, take this wheel. And then he will then go down to the captain's cabin just to check on. I get, because I assume you said Lady Beck gets up and sorts her hair out and stuff. She hasn't left the captain's cabin yet. So maybe he would go down to check on her. See if she's awake at all, because obviously he wouldn't know that if she's in there.
So I will say
Or is she out of the cabin?
You
She's
are-
overboard already.
you are charmed. So
I
when
am.
you're charmed, just sort of how the game works. Anybody who is, I believe, is everybody but Fear.
Right.
You're unable to do anything while you're charmed other than move towards the sirens
Okay.
as part of the charm. But I will say per turn you do get to repeat your saving throw at the end of each of your turns. So sorry, I'm just trying to double check this.
Is there any way I can help them break out of the charm since I'm not charmed?
Give us inspiration. for our
Counter
saving
it with
throws,
more
maybe, or-
music.
Yeah,
If
interrupt their
you
music.
could on your turn give them bardic inspiration that they could, I believe, use towards that saving throw.
Okay.
I believe you can use it towards saving throws. So I will say,
So now going
double
before
checked.
fear
I
is a
wanted-
bad thing.
I wanted so badly to let you take care of your Lady Beck, but the saving throw is at the end of your turn.
So maybe that's his
Um,
intention. Maybe he says what he says to Bray. Maybe that's his intention, and he steps like to, because they're on the starboard anyway. So maybe he steps to the right of the wheel. In his mind, he's thinking he's going down the stairs, but actually he's still just stepping towards that side of the ship, which is still within the.
Is he still able to like subconsciously like look
What?
at?
Yeah, is he
or-
able to want to do stuff, or like he can think, but
Like
he just
obviously he
can't?
can't say anything or do anything, but is he still able to like kind of look at Bray? But
I'm gonna say, I'm sure that there's some written out explicit way that this works in D&D. As with everything, I'm going outside of that, and we're just gonna do it how we're doing it. I'm gonna say that the way that the charm works is you are moving towards them, but other than that, you're able to speak and do as you need,
Right.
as long as you're not moving against that.
Mhm.
So you can, but I think that the way that that would work though is if you're still charmed and someone tells you, "Hi, she's gonna kill you," you're just not gonna comprehend that.
Mhm.
You're still gonna be moving towards them.
Yeah.
So you can talk and
and
speak
even if
as
you
you
do
want.
comprehend it, you can't do anything about it either because
Yeah, so you do feel this
Oh.
odd disconnect, but you do have to use your turn since you started out as with a fail moving towards them.
Mhm.
So I would say from where you were though, you're still a good distance away. They're sort of, towards the side. You were up at the bow of the ship, so you're not close to that edge yet. If there's anything else you wanted to do on your turn, I know you're limited because you are charmed.
No,
but you do have the
apart from
opportunity.
like suggesting to Bray that he comes and takes the wheel, which obviously Bray can't actually do because he's charmed as well. But like, Bulldog wouldn't know that, so
Right. He
Yeah.
just knows that he's not able to stay there.
right, exactly.
Alrighty. And with that, it is Fear's turn, who is not charmed. And I will say as well, you don't have to repeat that. Once you are broken from the siren song, you're immune to it for 24 hours. So let's see what you can do.
Are they only charmed because they can still hear the singing, or is it just like an instant effect and they can't break free?
Everybody heard it who was above deck, and at that point they were charmed. So that's when I
Okay.
had you roll. That is when they heard it.
Yeah,
you
so I can't
really
just
go
start
back
playing
from that
music
yet.
point blank range and break it.
Just shouting and singing really loud while playing the lute.
Is Lady Beck still sort of inside the captain's quarters at this point?
We did all really just walk
Yeah,
into
so
this.
she has opened the door. It has not been her turn yet, so she hasn't been able to move yet. She is at the door. She slammed it open. She's like, I'm here to hear this music. But she's yet to have her turn, so no, she has not moved.
Could I jump down and then just stand in the doorway so she can't physically get past me when it's her
Yeah.
turn?
You still have your full speed. If you wanted to close the door, I mean, you have
Slam
plenty
the
more
door
action
down.
that you're able to do
Yeah, no,
as the
I'd
only
like
one
to,
not charmed.
I'd like to jump down from the crow's nest and then just slam the captain's door in her face and just be like,
Holds it shut.
no. And then I'll just stand next to it so it can't be opened. It might be harsh, but it's what's needed.
Just for shits and giggles.
Just for shits and
Jeez.
giggles.
Let's see a strength check.
Oh, shit.
He struggles to shut
It's
the
not
door.
gonna be hard. It's a door, but like.
Where's strength there? Well, it's fear we're talking about, so everything's pretty hard.
He's just made a feathers.
11. Nice. 11.
An 11.
I don't get any modifiers because I'm a weak boy.
You slam the door. It's closed. Nothing fun. You rolled a pretty. Good job.
Solid.
It's closed.
First
I
good
don't
thing
think
I've
it
done in
was
this session.
stunning enough for her to
Snap
sort
out
of
it.
have been.
Snap out.
Yeah. She's just got the door slammed in her face. We'll see what she does with
I didn't slam it hard enough.
She's on the other side like,
No,
what the
you closed it.
fuck?
that.
She'll thank me later, I'm sure.
Will she?
Probably not. I just slammed a door in her face. I've never known a woman to thank me for slamming a door in their face, so.
Have you done it often?
No. Mainly because I don't think they would thank me.
That's the only reason.
I'm not sure what else I would do except for sort of just try and keep one of them contained at this point. Because I don't think I would be able to do much.
I'm sure that'll be appreciated later. For now, number 1, you did see Boldar start walking towards the edge, and you're like, Lady Beck. For 2, she'll probably be grateful later, but for now, she's like, there's a door in my face. What the fuck?
Boldar's a sacrifice that can be made. It's fine.
Wow.
He is far. He is probably one of the farthest from the edge. So
Look, I'm saving the person that's paying us, so
Yeah, I did last time.
even though we're not getting paid, but
yes. And just also as a note, I'm not going to be using your full speeds as you move towards them. Number 1, the ship's kind of small. I wouldn't just dump y'all immediately into the ocean. But also, I don't think that you would be running top speed. I think you're
Yeah.
sort of in an entranced state. So
can I do one final thing?
Yeah, which
I
well,
will-
maybe.
I will inspire with my bardic inspiration. Ooh. Who do I inspire? I think I'll inspire Flynn because he's a deadly character. So if I can get him inspired enough to break out the charm, it'll help the team out.
That's fair. I was like thinking Bray because no one's steering the ship right now. But...
The ship's fine.
Yeah, but
Nature's anchor.
Flynn's on that 6 kill streak, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Flynn just kills them
We
all
can't
now,
work
then we can just get
that
back to them.
Even though I read it out loud, I did forget you get to redo that save at the end of your turn. So Boldar, if you wanted to make your wisdom saving throw real quick, for your turn.
That's a solid 3. So
Still sounds great. Still sounds like a really pretty song that you want to go check out. You haven't seen them yet either, so.
I'm not sure I want to.
And then Fear, you're already not charmed, so we don't have to worry about that. And then it is Flynn's turn in the order.
Alrighty. Well, I guess I'm walking towards him. now roll again, I guess, for
Mhm.
wisdom, but I have inspiration.
Where did you sleep again? Were you
I was
near
the
Boldar?
I was on the main deck,
I think he was quite close to
Okay.
Fear.
just kind of like in the middle of the ship.
Yeah, so quite close to where
Okay.
I was.
Okay, I see. So yeah, I'd say on this turn you don't have to worry about being at the edge yet. You are of course significantly closer. But yeah, if you want to do that wisdom save.
How does inspiration work?
You can add on 1d6 to your total.
Well, I got a 5.
Total?
Yep. If I had
Oh,
gotten a 1
no.
instead of a 2, I could have re-rolled it, but I didn't.
Oh.
All right.
That inspiration
We
went really
got
well.
Yeah, it really did,
y'all really like this song.
This
It's
is
like
my
your favorite song
jam.
ever. You're bobbing your head a little bit. You're like, she's getting it. Yeah.
This is good.
Fuck, dude. Next is Lady Beck. She is still charmed, and that did not stop when she stopped hearing it. I'm sure she still hears it a little bit through the door. I'm gonna say based on how Fear ended his turn that they do a strength check. She's gonna try and open that door. You did normally I would just say that she opens it, but you are posted at that door. So let's see a strength contest between the two of you.
She slams shit out of the way like a cartoon just up against the wall behind the door.
Let's not squish a bird here, y'all. Let's see how good she rolls.
I think she's about to. A 1.
Oh no! Surely it doesn't
Okay.
even matter what she rolls. That's a crit fail.
No.
So she rolled a 2 plus 1 because she's kind of strong. So she rolled a 3.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say like just based on the rolls themselves, I don't think that this is necessarily a she won here. Y'all. She's pushing on the door. It is opened like halfway, but that's gonna be the entirety of her turn. That's all she can do to get close. Basically you guys are just sort of both leaning into this door and she's cursing a little bit like, what the, this door won't open, I don't get it. Like she don't see you yet.
She's
so
slowly creeping it open, but
she's-
like you're there with your feet like scraping along the ground.
Yeah.
All this
She's
It's
like,
stuff.
my girls are
Technically
calling me,
not.
come on. Okay. And with that, I'm going to have our first siren. Actually, no. Siren's turn. I'm gonna say 2 of them are staying where they are, so we still have 1 on each side, because they all have their turns in a row here. One
Did Becky,
siren on the left.
sorry, did Lady Beck do a saving throw or not?
Oh, she didn't. Thank
She
you.
didn't.
Oh, Freya's gone, so
Oh,
I
no.
can't tell her to roll.
Freya. Freya, no.
Come on, Freya.
I'll do it in chat. I'll do it in chat. Oh, it's not. I keep on wanting to do the R.
Oh,
yeah.
Ooh.
No.
Yikes.
Yeah,
rolled a
she's still
modifier.
charmed, y'all. Freya, I took your job temporarily. So we had 2 on the left and 1 on the right. At this, I think that those 1 on each side is gonna remain on their post, but 1 from the left is gonna go and try to climb up the side of the ship. She's extra eager. I would say that would be, she's out of her element from the water. If we could do a strength check for the siren and see, maybe she's grabbing along the anchor was raised, but maybe not all the way. She's trying to sort of scramble up the sides there to get to them.
Good thing we didn't put the anchor down.
Maybe we should have slept in the hammocks, guys.
All of us.
They look so cozy.
Now they're looking real cozy.
With that, she scrambles up the side pretty quickly. She's not immediately close to anyone. I'd say she's the closest to Flynn at this point. Since he's the closest to the edge, but you guys are not quite in range where she can attack. That's going to be her full turn there. The other 2 are just going to continue with their singing and remain in order. So that does take us to the top with Boldar. You will move slightly closer to the edge. You're not quite in the water, but I'd say at this rate, by next turn you will be. Is there anything that he's wanting to do with his free
I'm
action?
not sure
or-
there's much he can do apart from roll, I
Yeah.
guess. Right, let's do it.
Unfortunately not.
It's a 20!
Oh my
Crit,
god.
crit, 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 crit!
Nice.
Nice.
If we keep doing this, we should get like a nat 20
He's out of
emote
it.
or something. Would be so
Yeah.
fun.
Or even just like a... Yeah, that would be really good. Or
Just
even...
to
We should
spam.
make a command that's like crit, crit, crit.
Yeah. Well, I would say just with such great aplomb, you snap out of it. You're like, holy fuck, maybe you're close enough now. It is the end of your turn, so you have made that shift. You
sees
look
it, so-
down, that beautiful melody has sort of distorted and it's turned into this awful, just no rhythm at all. It's a screeching. Maybe honestly, as a side note, since Fear is more of a musical character, like he's like personally offended by this sound that he was hearing right off the bat. And you look down and you do see that picture we posted, just these nasty, ugly titties flopping around as they're hucking themselves along the ship. Like they're gross. And that is your turn. Next we have Fear.
I didn't need that mental image of the ugly titties flapping around.
They're nasty
was-
looking though, right? Like even
mm.
Freya was like, ew, like her tits are out. I'm like, oh god, they are. Look at that.
So there's one siren on the side of the ship.
Yes, she is on the left side, pretty close to Flynn at this point. But yes, she has just scrambled her way up to the top.
So we can. So I could see her sort of just climbing over the top then.
Sorry, what was that?
So I can sort of see her just climbing over the top onto the deck then.
Yes, she has made it up to the top deck, just over the lip. She's sort of, I don't know how like a fish lady would. She's like there. I don't know. She's laying, maybe. I don't know.
He does it how a fish lady would do it. Come on, man. You know.
Yeah.
Why would I know out of all characters?
No, I'm talking
Just
to
'cause I'm a
Rob
bard.
specifically.
Just me specifically, alright.
Yeah.
I would like to run over there. Just as she's climbing up, I'd like to run over there and with my talons just like uppercut her. Just so that she would try and fly sort of back into the ocean off the ship.
Okay. Let's
Whether
see.
that
I know in D&D there's a different mechanic when you're knocking someone like off
Oh,
of
yeah.
a ledge. I'm gonna say that we should have you make an attack roll, and that's gonna determine whether or not she flies off. There's a different thing you can use in D&D, but I don't think I want to
Yeah.
just do like a strength check. I don't think that would be fair. I think we'll just do a flat attack roll and see what happens.
I got a 17.
Solid.
With that, she takes a heavy fucking talon to the face and she drops into the water. If you wanted to roll for damage for sure on that one.
A good old 1 damage.
Nice.
Talons aren't that good. It's either 1 to 4.
What matters is she's off the ship.
It was
Yeah,
more
that's what
about
I mean.
it was more about the message it sent than the damage.
Yeah.
Yes. You
maybe I'll
certainly
think twice next time.
might
Look,
have,
if you're a shit
depending on how
musician-
Flynn's turn went, saved him some damage.
She's slow motion flying through the air, ugly titties flopping in the wind.
Now, aren't
Oh
you?
yeah.
Yeah. Aren't you all welcome? I tagged along.
Was there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Yeah, I could use Bardic Inspiration again, but that means I've got no more inspiration until a long rest.
And you don't know what else this has in store.
Yeah, I don't know what else is coming up. So
Save it. Save it.
Just hope one of
Don't
these
do
two
it.
rolls well.
I'm gonna hope.
Okay,
I'm not gonna
I'll-
use it because
Beck, and they-
there's no sirens climbing up yet, and they're not that close to the edge, as far as I can remember. So
The closest was me, and I'm fine now.
yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Even though Lady Beck is now probably just gonna start running towards the edge of the ship.
She
So,
flings
yeah.
open the door, sprints.
Who's closest to the? Who out of us is closest to the sirens? Actually,
Now it would be Fear is the closest
Oh, yeah,
towards
because
the
he's just
left, and
yeah.
You just kick one in
Well,
the
yeah,
I
but
can
face.
tell
Flynn
that
is
shit,
close
yeah.
behind him. So Flynn
Okay.
is still charmed. So are you, but Flynn is
Yeah.
probably the next one in danger here.
Cool.
And with that, it happens to be Flynn's turn. Not again,
Alright.
not much you can do unless there's some sort of
Nope.
free action you wanted to take.
You just gotta roll.
I don't have inspiration anymore, right?
Mm-mm.
No, it's only a one-time thing.
I got a 9 this time, which I don't think works.
No, it does not. So
Ooh.
on your turn, let's see. There's a way that this works with this siren. Sorry, one moment. Whenever it takes damage, it'll be saving throw. Okay. So the way that it works when you get to the edge is you have to do that saving throw to see if you are still charmed enough to fall in. I would say your toes are over the side at this point. Your next turn,
Ooh.
you're teetering. You've made it to the edge of the ship. Had Flynn not knocked that nasty bitch down, you'd be on it right now. So
Yeah, I'm working with a +0 modifier, so
Oh, no.
shit. Oh no.
Yeah, me
So
too.
you
With
are
wisdom.
still charmed. And I will say that as well, Boldar and Fear, having not been charmed, you are acutely aware of, especially with where you guys are. Flynn is now on the edge, and he does not appear to have snapped out of it.
Surely at this point, I'm standing next to him, just like, don't do it.
You just hold it back.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, you have so much to live for. Don't do it.
You're like, hello. Next, it is Bray. You are still charmed,
Yeah.
but you are sort of closer to the side, so you're past her and you got closer, but still not quite as close to the side there. What would you like to do? Or are you just rolling?
I can't really do much. Obviously, like
Yeah.
Boldar's like sort of not captivated anymore, so I guess kind of just sort of give him the eyes and tell him like get over to the wheel as quickly as possible, sort of thing. But then yeah, apart from that, just roll, I guess.
All right, let's see what he gets.
I like that so far. Our communication during this has consisted of like.
Yeah. I've saw next by the end of this. honestly. That is. Was it wisdom? Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's 11.
Still charmed.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
Yeah, you've moved closer. I'd say you were about in the position that Flynn was on his last turn. So next turn you'll be at the edge at this rate.
Lovely stuff. I can't wait.
Lady Beck.
It's difficult when your modifier is 0. It's fucking tough.
Yeah, that's a bit tricky. Hi, Lily. Sorry, sorry, Puffin. Hello. I could have typed it, but I'd much rather say hi. At that, Lady Beck, she maybe like she pushed the door halfway, and then she just like got mad. She did hear you walk away though, so she, in a similar fashion, like now it's just like fun. There's like a dent in the side of the wall there. She slams it back open. And she does also make her way towards the edge. If we could have another wisdom save for Miss Lady Beck.
We really need one of you three to snap out of it. It would help. It
Yeah.
would help us immeasurably. I mean,
I think
it
I would
would
like
help
it
you
better if it
immeasurably.
were at the
as
start
well.
of your turn to see whether or not you get out of it. It's kind of odd that it's at the end of your turn.
Well, just imagine if I was also charmed at that point. Because I don't
Yeah,
have
I'm
modified
really.
for wisdom.
I was kind of counting on some of y'all taking the hammocks, but whatever. That's fine. That's fine. We can all just like get charmed. You're lucky that Fear is pretty wise.
We're lucky that he karate kicked that siren off the side of the ship.
Lady Beck is definitely still in trance. She's now going to make her way. She's going towards the right, though. Most of you guys have gone towards the left where the two sirens are. I'd say from the captain's quarters door, though. She's going sort of away from the group, getting closer to the edge there. And then that is now the sirens' turns. Yes, Freya rolled a 1
Oh,
plus
no.
4, so.
She takes an extra step towards it.
At that, now we are going to have 2 of the sirens that were not knocked back. The one that was knocked back, it took its tumble. It's now keeping up. It's maintaining the song. But now we're going to have one on each side try to climb up. So we'll need 2 strength checks to see how well they sort of scramble. I'm not going to give it to them automatically because they're like half fish. I doubt that they're using much more than their arms to get up. So
Keep rolling ones, Freya.
let's see how well they do.
We manifest the ones like we did last time.
She rolled another one. She said, "Rob, stop jinxing me."
We
all
actually
caps.
did. Rob manifested it.
I don't know what the other one got yet, but at least one of them ain't getting that far.
That first one climbs up a little bit. Her hands are really wet, so she just slips off.
Yeah, that's good. On the right side, the side that Becky is walking towards, you're right. She's like, "Damn, like I don't get it. I don't know why I'm so wet and just can't get up the side. Like it don't make no sense. The ocean, water, I don't get it." Maybe she was just a bit put off by how eager Lady Beck was. Maybe not her intended target. The one on the left, though, however, more towards the majority of the group, similarly. Why, Freya?
You can't say things like that in this stream and not expect that. You can't.
Yeah.
You really can't.
I'm only mad because that one was not intentional.
Yeah, she cropped that down very well.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, the one on your guys' side, similarly to her friend. Thanks, Freya. She does scramble up and she gets to the lip. I mean, she is very close. I'd say within 5 feet of both Flynn and
Of the lads.
Fear at this point. She did use her turn to get up though, so she cannot attack at this point.
Isn't Bray basically there as well? Isn't that the side he was going to as well? So
he's about 5 feet back.
Okay. He's got another.
So at his
he's
next
got about,
turn, he'll be where Flynn is
on
now.
a random scale of time. He's got about a turn's worth of distance.
Yeah. So y'all are.
I've got
really...
me and a bit. I've got me and a bit's worth of distance between.
Okie dokie. And then next we have Boldar. You have snapped out of it. You got a lot of people coming towards that edge there, as well as Becky on the other side. Or Lady Beck, sorry. Who's Becky?
No relation. God, I feel like this is a big choice. Because Lady Beck's walking off on her own towards the other side of the ship, but she's probably got a few paces, a few turns worth maybe. But then on this side, 2 of the lads are right by the edge. I mean, 3 of them are, but obviously Fear's not really in trouble.
I might jump just for the hell of it.
Cannonball!
I'll show them what music really is.
So maybe I would run down towards that group and just try and get one of whichever one I'm closest to, Bray or
I like to think you wouldn't think about it and just rugby tackle one of them to the ground.
Yeah, can I just like spear charge through all 3 of them? Tackle them all to the ground. No, I guess I'd probably whoever's nearest to me, would that be? But it'd probably be Bray, wouldn't it? He's not right at the edge, but he's probably nearest to me if he's a bit further back.
Yeah, that would be Bray.
Yeah, so maybe I just run down there and try and like keep him back from the edge, I guess.
Are you tackling him or are you like grappling him?
That spears me to the ground.
That's a great question. Yeah, I just spear tackle him to the ground.
Just picks him up and just puts
Dump
him down.
tackles him.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
You're gonna kill Bray.
I like that Bray told me to go back to the wheel, and I was like, He's like,
Bray's like, go to the wheel, and you're like, nah.
He's like, the ship's more important. I'm like, no.
It's hard to go between either an attack roll or a check here.
I feel like we can treat it as a grapple. Because I feel like a tackle is still a grapple. You're still grabbing.
I want to see a strength check here because Bray is still charmed. He's gonna resist. He's trying to move forward, and you're actively stopping that. And I think how you're doing it, it's less of an impact. You're pushing him down. I think is if is okay with you.
Yeah, sure.
If that sounds about what you're trying to do. I'm just trying to interpret what you're wanting to
Yeah,
do.
no, that sounds
Let's see
good.
a strength check.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Bray rolling as a resistance strength check or?
Yeah, both roll strength, add your modifiers, and we'll see where we get.
This is already bad for Bray, maybe, potentially.
You
I don't
think
know.
that it's not gone well for Boldar either,
Well,
to
my
be honest.
my strength is -2. Like,
Okay.
Oh, I forgot.
that's so I rolled 17, but then -2 is 15.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good, homie. I rolled a 2. And I got a +4 in strength, so that's a 6.
Oh boy.
He
All right,
misses.
by
He
the
just
sheer
misses.
power of will, like Bray is planted on the ground. You go to like maybe you go in with your shoulder first or something here, and you meet a wall. You're like, oh fuck. He's real excited
He
about
has a
these ladies
crazy
in
look in
water
his
here.
eyes.
Yeah, you're a bit stunned by that. You were not expecting with this little, dare I say, not the strongest party
Or the
member.
tallest.
Maybe you had some sea spray in your eyes. I don't know. We don't really got to know why, but the impossible happened, and Boldar failed a strength check.
Okay.
Bray somehow like counters it into like a judo throw or something.
Yeah, maybe Boldar takes a tumble.
without taking his eyes off the ocean, he's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's a more dexterous fellow.
he
so.
ducks and I just fall over.
I think regardless, Boldar took a tumble. He got to his feet. Is that the?
He's a bit
I'm
embarrassed.
assuming that's all you can do with your turn here.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I can do anything else apart from shout at
I
him.
love that.
Wake
I
up!
love that. That is great. Okay, and you're not charmed, so you don't gotta roll shit. Next is fear. You got one right in front of you. She's looking nasty. Are we what are we doing here? As well as a Flynn that's got his
Yeah.
toes off the edge.
Your
of that.
decision is to either attack this thing or just get Flynn away from the edge. It sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Can I not do both?
Maybe. I don't know. What are you going to pull out your ass for that?
In one swift move.
I
Yeah.
think so. Maybe
One swift move, I just pick him up by his shirt and just kick the siren.
And then fly back towards the middle of the ship.
I've got something. I've got a spell, but like it's very. It could backfire quite.
Oh.
It could work really well depending on who I aim it at.
No.
Curious what the spell is.
Well, it's called sleep. I could technically attack my own people, my own party, and if they're asleep, they can't move forwards.
That's true. That's true.
That is so funny.
Do what you gotta do, homie. Honestly.
But although,
I'm
also,
not-
I'm just imagining you put Flynn to sleep and he falls over the ship.
Oh wow.
Depends on which way I fall.
Because I'm not convinced sirens would be affected by sleep. I'm not too sure on what they actually get affected by, because they're like creatures that I think are immune to sound or something weird like that.
I don't think so. They're primordial, I think. They're fey, chaotic evil. So they don't have any tags that would be. Let me look up the spell. It's just called sleep.
Yeah, just called sleep.
Okay.
Like I could try and put all 3 sirens to sleep, and then we'll just end up sailing off, but they'd still be running off the ship at this point. Or do I just put Bray,
Oh,
Flynn,
this is
and
interesting.
Beck to sleep just on the deck, and just me and Boulder
It
be
goes
like,
by
what now?
HP.
We drag them into the
Yeah, it
captain's
does.
cabin.
20
We just
feet or
barricade the
20
doors.
feet.
There's a 20-foot like area I can do it in.
Wow. Okay.
So it's
That's
a
a
bit
really
of an
interesting mechanic.
yeah, it's a really odd spell, which is why I picked it, because you never know what you could use it for.
I mean, basically,
So they would not be immune because they're not immune to being charmed. So
Okay.
anything
Oh,
you can
okay.
charm, you can use this spell on. You're just kind of counting on that you'll roll more than their
HP.
HP. That's really cool. That's a cool spell.
Flynn, what's your HP?
14.
Bray?
17.
Oh, that's a high HP. that.
Now, do you want to put your team to sleep while you got monsters attacking you? I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
they-
throw it out there.
Yeah, the plan is to put them
I
all to
think it'll be
sleep.
fun.
The plan is to put them all to sleep. Me and Fear will gather them up, put them in the captain's cabin, and then just barricade the doors.
It's fine. That's the issue. Like, do I put them to sleep with knowing that
This
there's
is
only
fun.
going to be 2 of us to fight off 3 sirens?
How long are they
If
asleep
I
for?
can't put
How does
sirens
that
to sleep
work?
as well.
How does the sleep mechanic work?
Yeah, are they
Do
just
we have to
asleep
do something
indefinitely?
each
Or...
time?
Yeah, does it wear off eventually? Or...
Let's see.
It's the long
It
It
sleep.
must
lasts
wear off
1
after a couple of
minute.
turns, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The
it's
spell's
not long.
duration. 1 minute.
So if I did manage to put my team to sleep and then they woke up a minute later, would they still be charmed, or would they have broken out because they technically went unconscious?
That's true. That's a good point.
I would say that they're still charmed. I will say each turn is 6 seconds, so that's 10 rounds of combat
That they'll be asleep
that
for.
they'd be
What?
sleeping for.
But can you
And
get them
that's
out of
each
it earlier?
person's round.
Or...
Yeah, you can. If you attack them or try and
Slap
slap them away for anything, you can.
We have
try
9
and work
characters
them
in action, so you're basically just delaying them around
Mm.
by putting a PC to sleep.
I'm gonna. I think Flynn and Bray are going to be very pleased about my decision here. That I'm not going to put them to sleep.
Oh.
I'm going to try and put the sirens to sleep. Here. I need-
5d8, right?
Yeah, I need to do this in Nightbot because for some reason D&D Beyond won't let me. I don't think.
Yeah, you
roll
should
that.
be able to. You click
Normally it's in the
D8 and then you
spell.
click 5.
Either way works, I think.
I'll just do it in.
No.
Have you got all the dice in Nightbot now? I'm out.
Dice roll.
I'm out. I can go make a cocktail. I
an
don't know if that'd
emergency.
be smart.
You
What
could
did
do
I
that in your
do
break.
wrong?
You could do that in the
Why
break.
not?
We always take a half point break usually, so you can do that
Yeah.
in the break.
I'll come back with a cocktail.
5d8. Is it exclamation mark R space?
Yes. And then 5d8. And that should work.
I rolled a 28 in total. So starting with the siren directly in front of me, I'd like to try and put her to sleep.
Oh.
Okay.
Nat's
Alright,
got to
so
sleep.
let me do
Campaign
that.
over. You put the DM to
She's
sleep.
like,
Game
"Ruined
over.
my whole encounter.
Yeah.
She either
You put
hated
you
that
put
or-
Nat to sleep. So.
Am I here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're back. You're back.
Thank you. I don't know what y'all see when that happens, but
You-
my
basically,
screen
you-
flashes black for a second and everyone's frozen. I'm
Oh.
like, all right, and then I have to leave and
Yeah,
come
it's
back.
just
Yeah, your
normally
camera
you
just
freeze
disappears.
and then just leave.
Yeah, and then you come back.
Oh, really? You still see me? Do you
You
hear
d-
me when I'm like,
no,
oh, it's frozen. I'll be
No,
back.
you
No.
disappear and then
No?
you just pop back in. Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, interesting.
Perfect timing on that one, though.
Yeah, it was like you'd been put to sleep by his rolls.
I will say, none of them fall asleep.
Oh no. That was
Well,
the
HP is
gambit.
more than 28.
Well, shit.
That was the gambit.
really was.
That is the number, isn't it? 28's the number. They do not fall asleep.
Not one.
Not
Is there
even
anything
one.
else you can do on your
And
turn?
he's like, not even one.
Not if I won.
Just throw Flynn away from the edge. Or kick it off the edge again. I don't know. You gotta do something.
Well, you can interact with an object, so can I count Flynn as an object?
He's
A
not
piece
an
of
object.
meat to you.
So anything
Am I
that
an object to
requires
you?
a check counts as an action.
Yeah,
So
I
you
thought
used your
so.
action for the spell. So I don't think that would work.
Oh, boy.
No, it wouldn't.
Flynn's going to the drink.
The only thing I can do now is Bardic Inspiration, but at that point, it wouldn't help Flynn. Because I think he would just be off the side at this point.
Well, it might help him because even if he's in the water, at the end of whatever turn where he's in the water, he'll still have his saving throw, and it might be the difference. So it could still be worth it, maybe.
Alright. Flynn, you are inspired for the second time tonight.
All right.
and Rob has no more inspiration now until a long rest.
No.
So
I'm all out of inspiration.
So next we have Flynn.
Okay.
With
it
his
needs to be a
toes on
solid
the
turn here.
edge. At the end of his turn, though, last time he did fail. So on his turn this time, he is taking the plunge.
Alright, guys.
You
I
are
need
now
to-
in the water.
Okay. But there's only one of
You
them's on the
have-
ship, right? And one of them's in the water on that side. So
You've literally just passed one of the
Yeah.
sirens while they've gone. You've gone down.
Yeah, y'all have traded spots at this point.
Look, as long as she can kill characters, we'll take her.
as long as she's an efficient killer, it's like for like.
So at this point, I would say as part of your movement, I mean, the boat is still moving at a slow pace. Since you are still charmed, you are still using your movement to stay with the siren who is going with the boat. So you are now actively swimming with the
Didn't I
siren along
swim
the
that
side of the
fast?
boat. I don't
Like a
know. You might
dolphin.
just be slowing down. It's not her turn yet, so I can't really say that she grabs you or anything yet. Maybe she's maybe since you were charmed for her, maybe you just got a hand on the dorsal and you're just hanging out with her there. But it's that's gonna be your turn unless there's anything you have to combat that. Maybe you want to say something cool like, "Hey, I got a dolphin girlfriend." I don't know.
No, I think at this point I'm just kind of like, well, I knew they were sirens, but
There was
I
nothing I could do
really can't
about
do
it.
anything
Yeah.
about it.
Now, what would be funny is if you snap out of it while you're there. If
Yeah.
you want to
Oh,
give your wisdom
God.
roll.
Come on. Nat 20.
Let me roll inspiration.
Also, now that someone's overboard, should we think about dropping the anchor? Or
Well, boys, I'm gonna be in the drink,
Oh,
so I got a 7 plus 4,
oh no, he's a mermaid now.
which is 11.
Yeah, and if 11 for Bray didn't work.
It's closer than you may think, but no, you're still charmed. You
It's 12.
you got your hands on her
Yeah.
her dorsal. You're like, man, she feels so strong. And you look at her. Maybe she looks back and you see her beautiful hundreds of teeth just glinting in the light. And you're like, oh, wow,
Nasty.
this is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And that is your turn. And then next we have Bray.
Come on, Bray.
Just wake up.
We got
Roll again.
a boy in the water. We got one on the edge. Lady Beck is making her way to the far side. She's not quite there yet. What is Bray gonna be doing here?
Wisdom roll. Can't do anything else.
Can't do much.
He looks at Boldar with fear in his eyes. He's like, help me!
That's an 8.
Oh.
Guys, damn. Wow, this is a really good song. I'm
Party
pretty
wipe.
surprised by that.
Does anyone have modifiers for wisdom?
No. We're all dumb as fuck.
Really? Oh, I should have looked at that before we played.
Yeah, I have a 0 on
Yeah,
wisdom.
me too.
Oh
Yeah,
my
same.
God. Does anyone have a negative for
No.
wisdom?
No.
Okay, at least that's good.
The
Freya
one
says,
them siren
Freya,
wifeys.
don't kink shame me.
y'all want siren girlfriends.
Yeah, we don't get them for
Who'd
very
have-
long.
Who'd have thought that we would call out all y'all's kinks in this episode?
We don't get them for very long, though. They just eat us immediately.
If anything,
Oh.
they get us.
They've heard about orcs
To
and
peek the
corks.
curtain a little bit, Lady Beck does have +4 to wisdom. She's smart. She just really likes the song.
She just needs better rules.
Fenric's gonna
Uh,
wake up later and just be like, "Where is
Yeah.
everyone?"
Yeah, it's just gonna be him and Jeremy. Everyone
They're
else
gonna
is
be-
gone.
They'll come up to our deck and be like, what the fuck happened here?
In 2 weeks' time, it'll just be you, Freya, and Tristan in here. It'll be like,
With that, Bray, on your turn, you did move closer to the edge. You got your toes over the water. Your pretty pirate boots are looking really good on the edge of that ship there. He's getting ready to take that tumble on his next turn.
Fantastic.
fantastic. Just
Lady
what I
Beck.
wanted.
Becky says, "Fish, y'all desperate." Real quick, have any of y'all seen The Lighthouse?
No.
I have not.
Okay, I will say don't watch it, but
Okay.
there's a scene. I won't go there. It's like it's an
I know-
artsy
I-
film.
think I know. Maybe is it towards the end?
But you
The
have
scene
seen
you're
it.
on about, or- Well, I know what
Yeah.
happens.
I looked it up.
Yeah, I know what happens in it. I'll say that much.
It's an intense movie. If you want to go on an artsy, thought-provoking kind of ride, watch it. It is a very interesting film. It's got two big names in it that are fun. But yeah, never mind.
And
Never
that was
mind.
a thought from our sponsor today,
Yeah.
Sponsor me. I don't even know what fucking group did that. Fish Poontang. There is a fish vagina in the movie.
Oh,
So there you
okay.
go. How about that? A mermaid vagina. Woohoo. Go watch it. Lady Beck, she failed her last round. She's getting closer. I would say at this point, with the captain's quarters is about the center of the ship. Sorry. On her next turn, she will be at the edge. So she's got a little bit ways to go. She's much closer at this point. If we could have a wisdom save for her as well. It's got the guy that played the Green Goblin in the first
Willem Dafoe.
Spider-Man
Willem Dafoe.
movie. Yes.
Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Them two.
vampire dude.
Yeah, the
Them
vampire
two in a
dude.
And
lighthouse.
He's
there's
Batman
this
now.
scene in the trailer where they're yelling "what" at each other. They go "what," and every now and then the boy and I will do that to each other, and it's kind of scary. So
Isn't it fully
hate
black
it.
and white, the film?
it is. The
Isn't it?
whole
Yeah.
film is in black and white.
Not as in like silent movie sort of thing, like, you know, but just,
Yeah, it's
it-
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, again, so irrelevant. None of y'all have watched it, so I don't even know why I'm still going on about that.
That's everyone's homework for this.
It's just
Until the next
honestly,
section.
if you watch it and you hate it, don't blame me, because
I will.
it
blame
won't
you.
leave you feeling good.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. Anyways, Becky wants to watch it. Lady Beck with an impeccable roll has snapped out of it. She's like, "Oh shit."
Oh shit.
Maybe she's close enough to peek down and she sees this nasty fucker of a lady in the water splashing around. Ooh, gross. Okay. That was the end of her turn though. She's not able to do much there. And next it is the Sirens. We have the one in the water, which has Flynn clutched. She's going to make an attack roll on him.
She's
If we
clutching
could
him like a
see
baby. Just
that.
Just hide behind
If
her.
she
She
can reach.
has- Multi-attack. +7 to hit. So if you could roll a d20 +7, and we'll need 2 of those.
I'm gonna need a 1 on this Freya.
yeah,
Why
please,
can't we
please,
have
Fred.
those modifiers?
Just a solid one for her.
How much health do you have again, Flynn?
14.
Not enough.
14. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Okay. First attack roll was a 24.
Yep,
Jesus.
that'll hit.
Okay. So that's going to be.
I'll do it.
One sec. I'm consulting.
I'm consulting.
She
I
doesn't
don't really
kill
want to
me.
say the damage dice out loud.
Hmm.
I reckon it's a
She's
14. Just straight
gonna
off the
kill
bat.
me.
Yeah, Flynn is dead.
I don't want to say what we roll for that.
Flynn is devoured by the siren. She just, in one bite.
Okay, so she, with one strike of a claw, she does 6 damage,
Mm,
and then does a 21 hit.
well, that will hit.
Okay, so then we'll do another attack or damage roll there.
Wait, so
then.
how much health you got left? 8.
Oh, I got 8 left.
8.
Hmm.
Well, I won't be joining you guys anymore.
And that's
We'll let Tristan
another
know.
6 damage. So you're at 2 HP left. You were really just loving your fish girlfriend, and then she out of nowhere
I'm just very
slashes you twice with her claws. That probably hurt
baby,
your
baby, not like
feelings.
that.
Okay, and then our next siren, we have him on the ledge there, is going to make an attack at Fear.
Bring it on.
If we could have those two. Yeah, we would have. We'd have 2 attack rolls there against Fear. And then while we're getting those rolled, the siren on Lady Beck's side, since she had fallen down last turn, she's sort of still swimming with the ship, maintaining the song.
The only person. No, it's still 2 charmed, isn't it? Flynn is still
Yeah.
charmed.
Yes, Lady Beck is no longer charmed.
I was thinking Bray's the
Okie
only one, but then
dokie.
I realised that Flynn actually is still charmed, even though he's in the water.
Yes. He, despite being clawed, is still pretty
Still into them.
pretty entranced with this really great looking lady.
If anything, that intrigues him more.
Yeah. She's hurt him, and he likes that. He's into that. He's like,
Yeah.
Something about those glossed over milky eyes are great. Okie dokie, we have a 25 to hit. Does that hit Fear?
Does that hit?
What do you mean?
he's
Alright,
like,
let's see
no,
one
no, actually, it
damage roll
doesn't. My
there.
AC's like 50.
Yeah, my AC is 30. What are you on about? Yeah, it hits.
And that is 6 damage. Please tell me how much you have left.
9.
Alright, and then does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Let's see
God.
another
If it was a
one.
draw, would it have missed?
No, draws advantage to the attacker, right?
My AC is 13. Shit.
And then that's 4 damage. So you have a total of 5 left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be worse. Could be Flynn.
I can be in the water.
Could be in the water with 2 health left.
+7 is an intense modifier. We'd have to roll pretty low to miss that. Next we have Boldar.
Please do
You
something
are no longer
great.
charmed. You got, maybe you see some blood in the water below where Flynn took a tumble.
You also see feathers just sort of settling.
and squawking from the side of the ship. I feel like maybe first off, Boldar would maybe noticing that Lady Beck is snapped out of it, would yell at her to get back into the captain's cabin and shut the door. So I think he would do that. And then, question is, what does he do? What does he actually do here?
Real quick, can I interject?
What?
Freya makes a good point. Oh, never mind. She refreshed. Everything's good. Continue.
Okay.
Should we be scared?
Yeah, I'm concerned.
No.
I don't know what to do here. I don't know how we get Flynn out of this situation. Is the question.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna die.
Um,
There's no way.
well, I'd like to think I've got wings, so I could try and swoop
You're
in.
gonna die.
Yeah, you're
But
gonna be dead
I'm
as
also
well.
near death, so it's a
can you
very
not-
risky thing.
Can you heal yourself? Because you've got
I can
healing
heal
powers.
myself, but then I wouldn't be able to fish Flynn out. Because I'm assuming I'd have to do a check roll to swoop in and pick him up. And healing is a main action.
True.
She
Lady
was
Beck can
fine.
heal you. Lady Beck can heal. She could heal you.
You just told her to go away.
You could go over to her, catch her before she gets in the captain's cabin.
No, come back.
Plus, you know, just thinking about Lady Beck, I can imagine she probably isn't listening to me. So,
I can do one heal after I do an action, because it's a bonus action, one of my heals.
yeah, I don't know. The real question is, do I worry about? Right now, I'm worried about our friends who are, you know, I know you're hurt, but you're not charmed. I'm worried more
Yeah.
about Bray and Flynn at this point. What if?
I just don't think you going into the water for Flynn is going to be probably the best option. Like,
So
it might work, but
So maybe Boldar runs over to the edge and tries to grab Bray again and just bring him back, grapple him again, and just pull him backwards, throw him away from
give
the
him
edge.
give him a good yank.
Yeah, just yank him off.
Who are you yanking off? Sorry.
Bray.
Okay.
you just got to imagine a half orc yanking off a
Yeah,
dwarf
a
pirate.
pirate
That's
dwarf.
all.
That's all.
What's so hard about imagining
Yeah.
that?
Nice little mental
Just-
image for you.
Just a good old yank.
I'll let you pick. Are you going to use your strength to sort of hold him down, or is this more like an impact where you're going to be attacking him to the ground?
I think I want to, like, if I can, grab him and kind of pull him backwards. Is that something I can do?
That'd
So
be a
make
strength,
strength?
check, I would
Okay.
say. Yeah,
Okay.
he's still charmed, so he's going to resist you.
Okay. I just need better than what did I get last time? I got 3. If I get decent, I've got like a good strength modifier. That's the thing. I just need a decent roll.
Am I rolling as well for this? Sorry.
Yes.
And what is it? Which one is it I'm using? Oh,
Just
sorry.
strength. If you have
Strength.
a -2, right?
Yeah. Fucking hell. That's 15 again with the -2.
I was going to say, you want to lose this. You want to lose this. You don't want to
Yeah, I
win
know.
this.
Why
That's-
is
so-
the strength going well now?
What was it? 15 minus 2, so 13.
No, it's 17, but then the
Oh,
-2,
okay.
so it's 15.
I got 16 plus 4, so a 20.
Okay.
Why am I getting good?
You
I'm getting good strength rolls
swiftly.
now when like I don't
When you
need
don't
it.
want it.
It's like-
Maybe
it's the
you were a
charm.
bit like confused or peeved, or maybe like just really looking inward, like how in the fuck did he resist me last time? So you give it a good extra oomph. Now you're kind of aware that he's maybe got a low center of balance.
And I
here.
throw him off the opposite side of the ship.
You're able to. Well, I'll let you describe it. You won the strength check. What is he gonna then maneuver him to do? Is he getting him on the ground, or is he just creating distance here?
I think just creating distance to begin with. So he's just grabbing him and pulling him back a few feet, like behind him if he can. Just kind of swinging him back there.
Alrighty. And
Wh-
is that
which
all
I-
you're doing with your turn?
I think that's all I can do. But that does obviously leave
I
me
think
stood
so.
right in front of a siren as well.
That's true.
The one that attacked Fear.
So far I will say, I don't know how. Let's see, a total of 4 rounds through.
Mm-hmm.
They've taken 1 damage
Yeah. We're in trouble.
collectively.
It's because we're all charmed. That's the well, we were all charmed, so that's really set us back.
Yeah, no, that's the tricky part there for sure. Next is fear. You
Now,
just got
that-
clawed. You got a boy in the water.
Do I try and swoop down and pick Flynn up, or do I just charm the hell out of the one attacking Flynn? Like, maybe if I make the siren fall in love with me, they'll just like leave me
But
alone, leave us alone.
But here's the thing: how confident are you that that's going to work? Because if it doesn't work, Flynn could be dead next turn for that siren.
Well, the thing is, like, I feel that swooping down and trying to pick Flynn up would be a strength check, or like acrobatics.
Should go like Dex or
I
like
would
sleight
say-
of talon.
I'll cheat and I'll give you some insight here. I would let you choose between acrobatics or athletics. Flying's inherently something you can do. Just
You're good
depends
at
on
it.
which way you would want to do it.
And what would
Yeah.
be charming? Would that be persuasion or just a charismatic? Like if
Yeah,
I
I
tried
think they'd
to,
have to do a charisma save. I don't know that they're the most particularly charismatic. I'd have to look up the spell you're using, though. I'm not sure.
oh, it'd just be, I think, persuading them to love me at this point.
Oh, just a raw persuasion check?
Yeah, just a raw, because I don't have any spells to make them fall in love with me yet.
That persuasion worked really well on that fear ball. Remember in the bar, they really felt for it.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking about. I've got a +3 in acrobatics, so I feel like it could work out me swooping down.
But dude,
to
I've
pick
got
up
a
Flynn.
+4 in strength. But you saw what I did with Bray in the last time we had that competition. It didn't go well. It's hard.
Yeah, but I had a +0 modifier for when I uppercutted the first siren,
True.
so
True. What are you going for?
I'm gonna go for the safer of the 2 risky options. I'm gonna swoop down and try and fish out Flynn, and then drop him
Like a seabird.
sort of middle of the ship, just somewhere a lot safer.
I'm sorry, repeat that. I'm really
I'm
sorry.
gonna
I was
I'm gonna
figuring something
fish
out with
I'm
Freya.
gonna fish Flynn out.
We'll
So I'm
try
gonna
to.
swoop in, grab him with my talons, and then just dump him in the middle of the ship where it's a lot safer than the
Flynn,
water.
how much do you weigh?
Not very much.
Yeah, I'd like to think not much.
90 pounds.
Okay, yes. I'm not
I-
worried about that then.
I think if I was gonna try and fish out Boldar, for example, I just wouldn't bother. I'd just be like, yeah.
Let him swim back.
I think he would drag me down.
He's got muscles. He can swim back.
Alrighty, you can choose between acrobatics or athletics. I think you said you're more proficient in acrobatics.
Yeah, I either pick a +1 or a +3 bonus. So I think we all
Okay.
know where I'm going there. +1.
You know what's funny is earlier when you said it probably wouldn't be a good idea for Boldar to dive into the ocean. That's where I was almost there. I was almost there.
I know. I was like, it could work.
You're like, I think that's what he's thinking
Um,
about.
I got a 13 plus 3, so a 16 to fish him out.
That seems solid.
You said a 16?
Yes.
Sorry. I was charmed. Okay, let me see that. Okay, I would say with
Come on.
Flynn is still charmed,
Yeah.
but I think that there's not really a check he can do. I just think that he would resist you and his turn is next. So I'm gonna say you do pluck him up. You're flying away towards the center of the ship. Was there anything else you wanted to say or felt like you could do on this turn?
I can do a heal because it counts as a bonus action.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Who are you healing, Flynn?
Well,
Or
it's
you?
either Flynn or myself.
Yeah, exactly. You're both the two that are fucked up at the moment.
Because I'm on 5. What are you on, Flynn?
2.
4.
2
Two.
HP.
2. So it's definitely going to be Flynn at this point. I think. So I cast Healing Word. So I'm just like, please heal, buddy. Please.
You're okay now, buddy.
You're okay.
You healed
Oh,
2.
I heal 2.
no,
So
you
you're at
heal
4.
so 1 plus 2, so it's a 3 heal.
Oh, nice.
So he's on
So
5.
I think that puts you both at a 5. You
Yeah.
guys are 5 buddies.
Yeah.
Yay, we almost did. Okay.
And that's everything. You've all been inspired. I can't do that anymore.
Okay. Flynn, it is your turn. You are still
Yeah.
charmed.
Oh,
I think despite you just got plucked out of the water after being thoroughly bloodied. He even gave you a little bit of HP. Like you feel a little bit better. He's your just angel that has just really saved you here. And I think maybe I'll take the liberty of deciding for you, kind of shove him out the way and go to walk towards the edge right again. He created some distance. You're good. You're on the ship, but you are not quite to the edge, but you'll be at the edge on your next turn here.
all right.
Anything else you can do? Probably
No,
not. You can roll.
There's nothing I can do. Oh, I got 17. Okay.
Yay! You snap out of it.
Oh,
You walk that
thank
way,
God.
and then you realize what just happened. You turn around. Maybe you give him a thanks. I don't know. That's up
Oh,
to
I
you.
do give
But
him a
you snap
thanks.
out of it.
That's my hero right there.
I'm not even part of the group yet. I'm just still tagging along.
As a bonus action, I will, or not a bonus action, but my cunning action, I will dash backwards towards the middle, so not near the sides.
You're not able to use an action that will move away as part of, or I guess, so you're not charmed for the duration of your turn. You're no longer charmed for your next turn, so you could dash on your next turn because that roll essentially is at the end of your turn.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't you still have a healing potion, Flynn?
I do, but I can't use it if that's like at the end of my turn.
Yeah, okay.
So, but luckily, that's a smart idea for your next turn. I think. I guess your next turn you wouldn't be moving anyways, but. And with that, we have.
He's gonna kill something.
Yeah, maybe he just really liked her. He wants to go back whether or not he's charmed.
No, I'm good. I got gashes in my back.
he was burned. He's like, nah.
Bray is next. Bray is the only one still charmed. At this point, maybe
Oh,
you
Bray.
guys are a bit irritated. You're like, come on, dude. Like, look at the tits.
He just really likes sirens. He's
Can't
not even
take his
charmed. He
eyes
just
off-
likes sirens.
Can't take his eyes off them tig old biddies. I already know what I'm doing here, to be honest.
You've been pushed back.
Yeah, so you're not right on the edge
You're
now.
still charmed, so I think at this point you're going to try and move past Boldar. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to have you do a strength check. I think I'm just going to have you stay where you are, at least for this turn. I don't really want to. I think you're charmed, but not enough to almost attack Boldar. Maybe you kind of try to shuffle around him, but I think he's made it clear that you're not going to be going there. So I don't really think
can
that you
try.
move while you're still charmed on this turn. I think I'm just going to decide that that's how that goes. You are where he left you. Was there anything you wanted to do, or are you rolling to end your turn?
I'll just end the turn. I can't really do anything, can
Yeah.
I? That's a 4.
Oh god.
Oh,
Somebody just needs to grab
Lord.
him and slap him at this point.
I think Fenric's been more helpful in this fight than Bray at this point.
Yes, actually.
You hear a distant vomit.
And then you hear a whinny from Jeremy.
Yeah. Okie dokie. And with that, Lady Beck's turn. She's no longer charmed. As she comes to, she sort of sees her bloodied friends. It's especially convenient that you have now been placed on the ship. She quickly gets to Flynn's side and casts Cure Wounds, lays a hand on your shoulder, and we'll go ahead and see how much that heals you additionally.
And now he's not charmed, he can turn back into the killing machine that he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. Good to know that wisdom is not the one.
Yep. Neither is
Yeah.
intelligence.
Ugh.
No.
All right, and you are healed for 11. Does that get
Cool.
you back to full health there?
Yeah, it
I
does.
think it does. Nice. So you are fully healed.
Thank you, Lady Beck.
I think she'll look at Fear and kind of she sees some damaged feather and she's like, "Hey, there's more where that came from." She's pretty happy that she's out of her spell there, and that'll be her turn. Next we have our Sirens. The one on Lady Beck's side is now going to try and climb up again, so we'll do a strength check there. And I believe we still have one on the edge of the ship.
And then one in the
Mhm.
water.
Yes.
The one in the water's got to be pissed because they probably thought they had their dinner.
Yeah. So I do think
Probably got
that
snatched away from him.
Like a bird does. Just
Yeah, that's
snatches
true.
away.
Like,
just one
like a
strength
seagull
check. I'm
snatching
not
some
gonna
chips.
have the one who had Flynn try to climb up. I think she's sort of hindered for a moment. She's confused as to why her boyfriend left her, or even how. Like, I don't know that she really even saw or thought to look up in the air.
It was just like a talon and then gone.
Yeah, so we'll have one try to climb up, and then she pretty swiftly climbs up at the top. So now on where Lady Beck has since moved to the center of the ship, but now you have one on the right side that is now up on the ledge of the ship. Similar to our other one, which will make an attack roll on, let's see, who's the lucky winner this
It's going to be
time?
me, right? I'm the one right next to it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it's looking like. Because
Everyone else
yeah,
is away
Fear
from it.
moved away, so Boldar is the closest. She's gonna make
I
an
forgot I
attack
moved
roll
away
on
then. I was so scared there.
him.
Unlucky.
That's right, I have the most health, so it makes sense. Makes sense
Yeah,
that I
you're
would
not getting
tank
anything
it.
from me.
I'll tank this hit. I'm not getting anything from anyone because I think Lady Beck's going to use all hers up as well.
Does an 18 hit Boldar?
I think it just does. I think its AC is a 17,
Tie
yeah.
goes to the attacker. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just by one.
It is.
Yep.
Okay, so let's roll our damage there, and then she gets multi-attacks. We'll make another attack in a moment as well. It's 1d6 plus 1.
I'll just get ready to lower my health, I guess.
So you took 4 points of damage. So she slashed you once,
Okay.
and we'll see if that second one hits. By the way, don't think I didn't see the "come on, dude, look at the tits" quote that went after.
That's Freya, I don't know what you mean.
Does an 8 hit?
No, it does not.
She swings once, she catches you,
Maybe-
swings again.
Maybe the first one makes me stumble back a little, and she misses with the follow-up. She's too keen.
I
She just
think
wants a piece of
we
orc.
have a. I'm sensing some DM vibes from George. Maybe we'll see you DM a campaign. I like that. That's smart. Write a campaign, George. Give me a week off. Also, I will say, just as a tangent, Rob as well with the D20 bot. It's been entertaining hearing him DM for me rolling for fun and stuff. Pretty entertaining. Are we ready to jump back in?
I think so.
I think so. At this point, so I just want to make sure I'm remembering, because again, I'm not sober, so that's tricky. We have one siren towards the right, because I know my terms, has gotten on the edge. We have one on the ledge that just took a swing. One hit, one miss on Boldar, and one still in the water. So far, though, at this point, everyone is pretty centralized in the middle as far as the team goes, with Boldar the closest to the ledge, which is why he took that hit. I think that's where we're at, and Boldar is at the top of the order. Oh, also, Bray is the only one still charmed. Everyone else is snapped out of it.
I don't think he's ever going to be not charmed.
He's
at
going to be
this
charmed for the rest of it. We're going to have to kill them to stop him from being charmed.
I'm just living my best life over here. You know?
He's pulled out another bottle of rum from in his coat, and he's just cracked it open inside.
Stumbling towards the sirens.
Well, Boldar, I would like to enter a rage.
Ooh, is this his first rage?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why don't you tell us how that works a bit?
So that
It's
is
really
a
cool.
bonus action, and I gain the following benefits if I'm not wearing heavy armor, which I'm not. I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. When I make a melee weapon attack using strength, I can gain a bonus to the damage roll that increases as I level. And there's a rage damage column thing there, so I've got that. And then I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. It lasts for 1 minute, and it ends early if I'm knocked unconscious, or if my turn ends and I haven't attacked a hostile creature since my last turn, or taken damage since then. And I can also
I
end my
will
rage
say-
as a bonus action.
I'll peek the curtain a little bit. It is slashing damage with the claws on the sirens.
Okay,
So you now do have resistance against that. I believe
Okay.
that means you have it.
okay.
You take half the damage.
So yeah, we in a rage.
So
And
as
then
long
And
as
then
you're
I believe you
attacking
still get an
something-
attack because
Or
it's
being
a bonus
attacked.
action to charge that or to start
Yeah,
that
so
chart.
so then I would like
Yikes.
to attack the siren in front of me.
All right, let's roll to attack.
And I'll attack them with my axe, so that would be... Do I add my proficiency with that as well, don't I?
You add your strength to that.
Okay.
Yes.
So what is the proficiency bonus for? Your weapon.
That's gonna influence all the skills that you're proficient in. Let me
Oh,
just
okay.
pull up the great axe and look at the. It's just based on the tags is what determines. So I'll just double check it.
No worries.
So it has heavy and two-handed tags. But you are proficient in melee weapons, so you're right. You just add your proficiency bonus. It's not a property that adds anything, so you're only adding 2 to your attack roll.
Okay, so I'm attacking added 2, and then I add my strength modifier as well.
No, I got
No.
that part wrong.
Oh, okay, so I'm
So
just...
just +2. My
Okay.
bad.
But doesn't the rage boost my attack as well? Or I add my rage
I don't
damage?
know,
There's a rage damage thing.
So that would influence your attack roll unless it says
Right,
anything about
but
your
not
attack or your damage roll. Does it say anything about your attack roll specifically?
It says...
Say advantage, maybe?
to the damage roll. You gain a bonus to the damage roll. So I add what?
So you'll only
add
add
the
2
modifier.
to your attack, and
To-
then you do get a bonus to your damage.
Yeah, which is a 2 as well, according to this.
Nice. So that's
So-
easy to remember.
Okay. Alright, nice. Okay, so I will attack that siren in front of me. And just hope that I actually hit them first. That would be a good start. it's a 9 plus 2, so that's an 11.
That does not hit.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You swing. Maybe her glaring eyes catch you off for a moment. You're no longer charmed. You're getting the full front of this horrifying thing, and you do miss.
Damn.
Is there anything else you can do on your turn?
I don't think so. I think this is it.
Okay.
Because the
And
rage
then next
itself
we
was my
have-
bonus.
Yes. Fear is next.
How many of them can I see? Is it just the 2 on the sides?
Yes. I'd say the ship it's tall enough to where you can't. I mean, you could move to the ledge if you wanted to. If you were on the ledge, you could probably see all 3 of them from where you were. But where you are at the center, you can only see the 2 that are currently on the ship.
Could I move to a ledge, but like further away from where the sirens actually are, so I can see all 3 of them? Because I don't want to move next to one of them.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you could even. I mean, the ship's pretty large. You could still be on the ledge, either ledge, because I mean, honestly, our speed gets us pretty much all over where everyone's at on
Yeah.
the ship. So you could go on the ledge just like farther back. You could also go in the crow's nest if you wanted. You'd be able to see everyone up there.
How high is the crow's nest in feet? Because that makes all the difference.
I'd say
to what I'm
25
trying to
feet
do.
up. I don't know
Alright,
if that's
I'm gonna-
realistic or not. I ain't been on a ship before, but
No, okay. I'm gonna go up to the crow's nest then, so I can see all 3 sirens.
you're sober, so that's not a check or anything. You go up there and you can see everybody from the top.
And I'm gonna cast a Bane. And it's up to 3 creatures of my choice that I can see within range. They must make charisma saving throws. And whenever they fail this throw, when making an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, they must roll a d4 and subtract that number from their rolled.
Okay,
attack
so
throw or
if
saving throw.
they're only rolling charisma once or every time they
Every
every
time
turn?
they're doing an attack roll or saving throw for the next minute.
Okay.
And if they
Okay.
fail that charisma check, they have to roll a d4 and minus that from whatever they've rolled.
That's a cool one. That's
That's-
interesting in this scope too, because you could even use that against like them climbing up the side.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I
'cause
thought
it
you
does
said they have to make a
throws, too.
Christmas saving roll, and I was like, well.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, they have to make a Christmas.
We've all had a
saving
little
roll
bit
as
too
well,
much to drink.
but-
We're like, a Christmas saving
A
roll?
candy cane pops out of nowhere. That's a really cool spell. I like that. So it doesn't do anything right away.
No.
It's only activated when they go to move. Don't forget that.
Anytime they make an attack roll or saving throw.
I'll try to remember, but I'm gonna hold you to.
I don't
keeping
know
us
how long
accountable
a
for that
minute
spell.
is within this fight, but
Well,
that's how
That's
long
10
it lasts.
rounds.
Yeah.
10 rounds, okay.
So I'll remember that.
And that means
Um,
I can't heal any of yous now. That's my spellage out.
He's all spelled out.
Effects. Anything else you want to do with your turn, Fear?
This is a long shot, but can I use message and just whisper to Jeremy to come up and help us?
Is that
Oh,
a
God.
cantrip?
It's an at will.
Tell him Fenric's life's at risk. But he has to,
I'm
otherwise
not
Fenric will
familiar
die.
with that. It's called message?
Just message, yeah. I'm not sure if it counts
Oh.
as like a full-on action or not. I'm guessing it
does count as an action. It is an
Yeah.
action.
Maybe
Next-
next time
next
I'll just
turn,
try and
next
call
turn.
Jeremy
Well,
up.
I could let you. You could just use your normal voice and call out to him, see if he hears.
You're talking
Yeah,
to
but
Fenric.
with message, I know it's going to get to him
That's
or
true.
someone else called Jeremy.
do
someone
you
called
call out to
Jeremy.
him, or you can't use message? But
I'm thinking I'm up at the crow's nest, so I doubt he'll hear through all the fighting. and
that's
that,
true.
so,
Freya
that-
says, "Let me get out the horse sheet." Dot, dot, dot.
I'm just thinking, like, if a siren start trying to climb up, Jeremy can just like hoof the siren off or something. I don't know what his attacks are. But yeah, I'm just going to end my term up in the crow's nest.
How do we explain to
That
Fenric
is
that Jeremy gets eaten by sirens?
Well, if I
Oh,
used
man.
message, none of you would hear it, so none of you would realise I was the one that called him up.
He was
So-
brave. He was brave. He
That's
just did
funny,
it. He just came
actually.
up.
That's an interesting one. Maybe on your next turn. Okay, that was Fear. Next we have Flynn. Sort of same
Alright.
situation we have going here.
Well, I'm like towards the edge, right? But not on the edge.
I thought you were right
I'm
in the
like-
middle now.
Yeah,
Well,
you're towards
my
the
la-
middle.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't thoroughly use your dash on your last turn.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't able to be used, but you were just dropped off. I believe you've stayed where Fear had dropped you off, so towards the center. But it with your speed, you could probably get to either edge if you wanted to use your full range of motion.
I think I'm just gonna use my short bow at range. For the one next to Boldar.
Alrighty, roll to attack.
And I get a 19.
That sure as shit hits.
That's what we wanted to hear.
That's what we've
Let's hear
needed
some
this whole
damage.
And I get max damage of 11.
time.
Nice.
Thank you for saving me, Fear.
You're welcome.
Let's really turn this fight around.
Okay.
I could have all just left you walking off the ship at that point.
I know.
Yeah.
Fear decides these people aren't going to help
Um,
me with what I need. I'm going to go.
Flynn, was there anything else you wanted to do with your turn?
No.
Okay. Alrighty, and the next we have Bray. Where did we leave you off? This was you're not quite at the edge until this turn. You have now walked on the edge. Again, you're just really stunned. Sorry, I'm throwing stuff. In between your little pirate boots, you look down and you see a really pretty lady down there, all slimy and stuff. You're like, man, hello. Anything else you can do with your turn? Other than walk to
Absolutely
the
fuck
edge?
all. Absolutely fuck all.
He turns around and
Let's-
just gives a
let's
panic look to
Cross
everyone
our
else.
fingers
Like,
here for that wisdom roll, though.
Please. Please. Please, bot, be kind to me. 16.
All of a
Please.
sudden, as you're looking down, this beautiful woman fish kind of distorts, and her disgusting green eyes kind of glare back at you, and you do take a step back in that moment. You're like, oh God, glad I didn't go that way. You are fully not charmed anymore. Our
Oh,
whole
God.
team. Finally. Thank God.
Took him long enough.
Jesus.
After how many
Only
turns?
took about an hour.
it's good to have you back.
Jesus.
Oh boy. Yeah, you're really holding out hope for that one, huh? I think if you finally came to the terms that you weren't gonna have a fishy girlfriend, so sorry for your loss.
Well, you win some, you lose some, don't you? I suppose.
Plenty of fish in the sea, mate.
If that's what you're into.
That was really funny. Rob, I'll give you inspiration for that. That was pretty. I would love to fully support any puns that happen in here. By the way, I don't know where we're at on inspiration. I think Boldar still has one.
No, I used mine.
You used yours?
Yeah, I think I used mine in the
Does-
last session.
Does only Fear have one right there?
I think so.
I used
Okay.
2 already.
Okay, yeah, I know I gave someone two, but I think those got used up. Okay, next we are on Lady Beck. Let's see. I think this will be pretty interesting. I want to. Yeah, I think so, Freya. She's going to cast a spell. I don't think we put in the chat what it's called. Okay, until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, aberration, celestial, fae, which includes the sirens. They
Remember-
have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. They can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. an advantage on any saving throw against them.
Remember a couple of
Protection
times ago
from
when I
evil
told
and good.
Lady Beck to go back into the captain's cabin, and I said she wouldn't listen to
so
me.
I think how this will work. I think she definitely early. It's been a couple rounds, but she remembers you telling her to just go back to bed when there's a fight going on. Excuse me. She's gonna, in typical Lady Beck fashion, stomp up to Boldar. She's gonna make sure you're making eye contact with her. She's gonna make sure that you're looking at her, maybe with a tug of a shoulder. She'll probably give you a gentle bop on the forehead by casting protection spell. So she's being sassy about it. But you do instantly feel the effects. You now have certain advantages against these sirens specifically. Okay, good to know. And then she does have enough in her range. She gets closer to the center of the ship. She's not quite back all the way there. Yeah, she's stomping. Don't think you don't hear her pretty little shoes on the wooden ship. It wasn't louder than the bonk on the forehead though, so don't get that twisted.
Like the V8 bonk.
Whoopsie. Let's just close that. Whoops. So just to reiterate, anytime now when a siren attacks Boldar, they have disadvantage against your AC. And any like strength checks or anything that they're combating you with, now they also have disadvantage. And that will be her turn. And that is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's been 3 rounds. So I'm sorry, I'm just trying to remember the spell that Fear cast. It's now all 3 of the Sirens' turns, so they all fall within the 10 round limit because it lasts 1 minute. So I'm sorry, will you remind me what they have to make a charisma check, and they subtract a d4 from any roll they're making,
any
attack or save.
saving, yeah.
Okay.
As long as they fail that charisma check.
Okay. I will say that the one that is still currently on the edge, they still have a speed of 30 feet, so they're pretty quick even on the ship, is going to swing again at Boldar with her double claws. If we could see 2 attack rolls there. Tell you what, they're probably not going to climb up to the crow's nest up there. I think Fear's pretty safe for now.
He's not coming down now until the
No,
other
I'm not. I'm still on 5
Does a
HP.
7 hit Boldar?
The 7
What's
hit,
the
no.
charisma throw?
Yes, this is with disadvantage. So we're gonna need to roll 4 attack rolls basically, because they have 2 attacks, but they're both on disadvantage. So roll 4. Okay, so does a 7 hit?
Nope.
She swings. Something about that bonk on the forehead really makes her unable to hit you.
She's more
That's kinda how
intimidated.
that
She's more
works.
intimidated by Lady Beck now than she was with me, but that's distracted her.
Yeah. And does a 5 hit?
No, it does not.
Embarrassingly, she's like,
Flailing
and nothing
now.
happens. She's just flailing at you. Yeah. And then the one that was still in the water that kind of took a moment when her boyfriend was taken from her, she's now going to try and climb up. So oh, and those attack rolls would also be -4 as well. So not only do Boldar specifically, they're kind of stupid to be attacking. So that was actually a 3, assuming we rolled the highest for something crazy. Regardless, they don't hit.
I assume
But we will have this.
I assume the ship is fine. It's just sailing along.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's
Just in
put
a
the anchor
straight line.
down. Maybe it's not going to be pointing east exactly when you all get back to it, but the sails are still up,
That's
so she's still
fine.
flying. It's open sea for now. You don't really
Fortunate.
see any obstacles, at least when the encounter started. Y'all haven't looked around since.
Well, if there was land,
Unless...
we'll just use nature's anchor anyway.
Yeah. Good old nature's anchor.
Why
that's
change
nature's
something that
anchor.
works?
Yeah.
The second siren will make a strength check to try and climb up with her friend up top, which she will subtract a d4 from. So we'll get a d20 and then minus a d4. That is a 9. She's scrambling up. I don't think she makes it all the way to the top. I don't think she's fully in the water at this point. She's maybe halfway up, so it will be less of a strength requirement for her to get fully to the top. So already, Fear's excellent spell there is helping us out. That's a pretty cool one. And then we have the last siren who is already on the ledge. I think with 30 speed, she is able to get to the center. And upon seeing Flynn shoot an arrow at her friend, she is going to attack you. I don't think it counts as a sneak attack. I'm not going to make any stealth rolls, but she does approach you from behind and makes an attack roll there. So we get 2 attack rolls, both of them minus a d4. Strike.
Bring out those ones, Freya. Bring out your ones.
Does an 18 hit?
Just barely.
Flynn? Just barely. And then, so that'll be 1d6 plus 1 damage. And then we'll see if the second one hits in a second as well. Thank you, Freya, by the way, for all these. Okay, does a -3 hit?
No,
They
Does it
hit
hit by
themselves.
no, no.
Surely it hits the siren itself.
Overswings.
That's funny. So we'll get the damage here in a sec for that first attack. She takes a swipe at you, gets a good chunk on you. Yeah, she rolled a crit fail, then a -4. The second time she takes a swipe and then just fully face plants with a donk onto the the deck of the ship.
That's embarrassing.
She's really not looking cute anymore. Y'all are like, how in the fuck was I charmed by this one? Clearly she needs to finish Siren in school. So we're just waiting on that damage, and then that should be the end of the Siren's turns. That is... Are you sure? 1d6 plus 1? Couldn't be a 9.
Freya, please.
It can't be a 9 if it's 1d6 plus 1.
You roll a d8 by chance.
Oh, maybe. Oh, she rolled a d20 for damage.
Jesus, Freya.
It's no wonder that you're alive.
Flynn gets 1 hit.
That's okay. It happens. Honestly, 90% of this game is d20, so I ain't even mad. Thank God you take 4 damage. So I think that brings you to
Okay.
10.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, sweet. That is the end of the Sirens. That's 1, 2, 3. And by the time it's the Siren's turn next round, Fear's spell will be over. But that did a lot for them. So that brings us to the top at Boldar.
Okay. I think Bulldog's just going to try and attack the siren in front of us again. That Flynn has damaged already, and I tried to hit last time. Okay.
Alrighty, roll to attack.
So who's next? It was a 2.
Oy.
Oh no, it hits! I'm just kidding.
He just gives them a really
Okay, so
angry
that
look instead.
misses. Anything else you can do with your turn?
I don't think so. I could move, but
Does
then
that
I feel like I'm
end
better
your
off.
rage?
I think it might, because it was a minute, and
Do you
that's
have
2
to
turns
hit?
worth. No, I can be hit, but it's meant to last a minute, so that would be like. It would probably be over before my next turn, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I get
I
hit,
think your
it keeps
your
going,
rage
but
is over.
like yeah.
Yeah,
it's
but
just-
she missed.
Yeah, and it's
so-
but I don't think it extends the timer even if I am hit. Do you know what I mean? I think it's still a minute.
Oh, I
regardless,
see.
I think.
Okay. Well, shoot, you got really angry and stood there for a full minute all angry.
I swung the first time.
You swung a couple times. You looked really scary. And your turn's over.
Just sent a message.
He'll make up for it later.
I don't know if I will.
Next, we have Fear up in his crow's nest.
I'm gonna do what I do best, and just start shouting vicious mockery down at the slimy little fish.
Nice.
Which one?
The one that's just tried to, did strike Flynn and missed Flynn. So
Yell
that
about
one.
their titties.
So I'm going to shout down, "Oi, you slimy little fish! You can't sing for shit." And
Hit him where it hurts, Rob. Hit him where it
yes,
hurts.
hit him where it hurts.
That's their profession, Rob. How dare you?
I know, right? What do I need to roll?
I forgot. I don't think we have to roll for that.
Oh, you need to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so it's +2.
And my damage only goes through as if you fail that.
Okay, I see. What number do we have to be? Or I can just ask. So it's a
What?
d20 +2.
This could be the first time my insult's gone through.
No, it worked in the other one, didn't it?
No,
I think it did at least once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember failing a couple.
Your
time.
last one failed. Your last one failed for sure.
Does a 15 pass?
Yes.
She looks back and in her own language, which there's a word for, it starts with a P, I don't remember. She goes, "I know I'm a slimy bitch." She's aware. That's kind of her thing. Primordial.
She's like, and your friends were kind of
knows
into
common,
it, so.
but-
I don't
So
understand.
any
what
of
she
y'all that
said.
can understand primordial,
No.
no.
It's just
Anything else
incoherent.
you can do with your turn?
No, all my bonus actions are gone now. So it's literally just shouting insults at this point now.
Which I'm not mad at. It's pretty fun. Next is Flynn. You have one directly that tried to attack you from behind. Her forehead was on the deck. And I believe we do have, let's see. Yes, we have one that's halfway climbing up the ship, and then one that's still on that lip. So
I'm gonna attack the one
two are
that's
on the deck.
on me, or
Makes sense.
on the deck.
Do we get to see the Flynn daggers?
We are gonna see the Flynn daggers, and the first one,
Woo!
the first one is a 19 + 7.
Jesus
It
Christ.
misses.
Oh,
No, just kidding.
Imagine.
No, that
We just go home
If
now.
it misses, I would
Damage.
recommend fleeing.
And I get max damage on that, so a 9. Then the second hit is, well, that makes sense. 2 + 7, which is a 9. I don't think that hits.
A 9 does not, so it's 9 total damage.
Yes.
They didn't get fully
Okay.
flinned.
So that was the one that got kicked. So they did already have 1 damage missing.
Nice.
If I got this
I
straight.
contributed
That's kinda
towards
hard to
killing this one.
Yes.
Yeah. If you kill that one, that's an assist for fear.
Yeah. From my knowledge, 2 assists equal 1 kill, so I'm getting there.
Trying to remember. Okay. So just so I have the damage straight. The one that's in the center has 28. Or not 28. It's been hit for 10 total. The one that's climbing up still has full health. And then the one... Yes, then the one in front of Boldar has taken 11. Okay.
None of
sorry,
that
I just
from
wanna get that
Bulldog.
straight. I just gotta
One
keep
of
it
them's just
straight.
had an emotional hit as well.
I'm in the Jaeger now, so I'm like trying to keep my trails cohesive. Is that all that Flynn can do? I mean, he's
Yes.
done significant damage, not to diminish that.
That was my bonus action, the second attack.
He's done
Okie
more than
doke.
I had done since I hadn't been charmed.
Hey, you saved me. And
True, he wouldn't be able
That
to do
spell
this if
you
you didn't
used
save him.
kept one of them off the ship and one of them from damaging Boldar. So that spell was pretty fun. Freya, don't tell on us.
Christ, holy
We're not
shit.
helping you. We're not helping you, I promise.
Jesus. Well, I mean, if they had 58 health today, we would have just died, I think.
Yeah.
I would've
Also,
blown
their
away.
damage is 2d6
Yeah,
plus 1, not 1d6.
I was about to say, I think their damage would have been higher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These are really young sirens. They're practicing, hence the
They're
faceplant.
learning.
Okie doke. Now it is Bray's turn.
So where am I in relation to all of this now? Because I was like at the edge, but
Edge.
then I
You
kind
snapped out of it finally.
took
So
the back,
you and Boldar, and then one siren are pretty close.
Just chilling.
Kind of off behind you, you have Lady Beck and Flynn and another siren that again took a faceplant. fears in the crow's nest, and then one siren is still making her way up the side.
Which is the opposite side to
towards
us,
the
right?
right.
The one that's
Opposite
climbing
side.
up is opposite side to us.
Yeah, she's struggling.
I'll probably go for the one nearest to me and Boldar, I think.
Okay.
I'll have a bit of a shooty shoot with my pistol, I think.
Yay! Another
Get off
point
my
blank
ship.
gunshot. I
Yeah.
love it.
He never
Him with
I love
fires.
it when those
pew-pew.
miss.
He never shoots unless it's point blank.
Yeah,
Ever.
exactly.
Yeah.
So what am I rolling?
Roll to attack. Should be a D20. You don't have a modifier on the pistol, so it should just be a raw D20.
That's a 3.
Oh no.
My guy, that ain't gonna do it.
The charm's still wearing
Uh,
off. He's like.
You think he'd learned by
You-
now not to go for like close range pistol shots, right?
Yeah, maybe you shuffle a little bit closer and you point your pistol at her, and then you kind of follow your eyesight down the barrel, and you're like, I do really like green, but you still fire and you miss.
You're like, maybe I could see past our differences.
Now I'm up close to you.
Anything else you got?
He runs away.
Nah. I'm just gonna sort of turn around in shame, I guess.
Well, turn your back
could
to the
use
sun.
your motion your speed if you want to stay on the edge, you can, but you do have the opportunity to move if you wanted. But
I'm just gonna roll back like a step, I guess.
okay, you do that. Next we have Lady Beck. Freya, what do you think we should have her do? I don't think we have anyone that's particularly hurting. Flynn, you took.
Could she not
You
just
have
go up to
10.
one siren and
Yeah,
just bitch
10.
slap her?
Off the ship.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yes.
We could have her try and do a royal slap on the one that face planted. She does have some attacks. I'm gonna kind of let Freya drive Miss Lady Beck this time. Let's see what we want her to do. Let's see, she does have a crossbow. I'm excited. She's
Where's
got a
she been
mace.
hiding her
Holy
crossbow?
shit.
She's got a mace.
She's got a fucking mace, you guys.
Where is she hiding these
I was gonna say,
weapons?
how long has she had these?
How does she
I
store with that?
mean, yeah, I think she's gonna go up to the one closer to Flynn on the center of the ship, the one that took a face plant. And I think she's just gonna try to whack her on the back of the head with that mace.
She's still on the floor with her
Um,
head down.
I really like this. Yeah, I did not realize that this badass fucking lady who even bothered to slap Nahala, like, she could have just slapped her with a mace with that nat 20.
She could have murdered
Could've
Nahala if
just
she wanted
fucking gutted her.
to.
Oh.
Frey, do you want to post that roll in the Twitch chat for me, please?
Is it a 1?
That attack
Maybe.
roll right there?
It's a
Is
20.
it
It's gonna
a
be a
1?
one as well.
Is it a 20?
It's a crit!
Oh,
crit!
So she gets double damage if we want to roll damage on that one.
Murder.
I think one siren's about to go down.
Hopefully.
This one has not
We need
taken
one of
any
them to go
hits
down at
yet,
least.
I think.
Her
Or no,
head
the one that's
never
climbing
left
hasn't.
the deck.
Her
This
head
one has
implodes
taken.
onto the deck. Just fish
A
brains everywhere.
solid whack. Okay. Is there anything else you want Lady Beck to do? At this point, yes, you do see her walk up. It's a nat 20, so she just kind of lifts the mace up. It glints in the sunlight, and then with kind of like a stomach churning amount of just visceral energy, she just brings it down onto this siren.
Damn.
Fucking gross noise. Siren is still with it. She's
Okay.
obviously battered, but she's still got some life left in
She's
her.
got like an eye hanging out.
And I do think at this point now, Lady Beck walks and sits on the bed. I think now she's like, all right, I will go to bed.
I've contributed.
Look what you're missing out on. And she'll just sit on the edge of the bed with her gross bloody mace and just dunk it on the ground, and then she's got a chin in her hand as she's waiting to see what else happens. That's excellent. Okay, next we have the sirens. Let's just start with a strength roll on the one that tried to climb up, but thanks to a certain spell she couldn't quite get there. See if this third one can get top deck.
I hope she crit fails and falls off again.
She might. Well, quit jinxing us.
Yeah!
Oh my god.
None of y'all are even over there, so I don't even know that anyone knows that this siren is there yet,
She doesn't know
other
how to
than
climb.
Fear.
Bless
You
her.
hear a splash,
I feel
like that's
bad.
it.
You just hear me point and laugh.
You just hear me go,
Imagine.
Maybe that's the one that gets the vicious
my
mockery
God.
next.
Next
She's actually
turn.
got something to be embarrassed about. Yeah, so
Oh.
she falls. The
I
one
almost
that
feel
just
bad.
got
She hasn't
maced
given up at
by.
this point, to be honest.
She's really struggling.
She just can't climb.
Go home.
She's like, guys, you didn't say we'd have to climb. We thought we were getting them in the water. I don't know how to climb.
I'd like to think at this point they're so far away from their home because we've kept on sailing. So
Yeah, true, yeah.
We're going to the
we've
loop of
technically
the
kidnapped them, if anything.
Okay, the next one to go is the one that got thoroughly maced. Not the spray, but the heavy metal object by Lady Beck. She's got to stand up from that. That's gonna take a second. But I think at this point, she is gonna move towards Lady Beck.
Who's in the
so
captain's cabin?
Let's
No.
Yeah, she's in the captain's quarters. So with her speed, I think she's slower than Lady Beck. No, she's got the same speed. So she gets to Lady Beck and she's gonna make an attack on her. Oh, I have an outdated sheet.
It
That's
sounds like
annoying.
the one that is near me is like the most dangerous one, and the other two are kind of idiots. 'Cause one of them can't even get on the ship, and the other one like face planted.
And
Yeah,
then nearly got
so-
their skull caved in
Yeah, and was shanked as well by
for their
Flynn.
troubles.
Dang. I so didn't want her to follow Lady Beck because like I needed Lady Beck to have that moment, but there's no way that she got mollywopped like that and didn't chase after her.
I
So
wasn't pissed about it.
yeah. Let's see. I mean, you tell me. I don't have her updated sheet, so I'm assuming that first one hits and we'll need to roll damage. This is kind of fun when we have one NPC hit another one, and then I kind of talk at Freya for a minute while we get this sorted out.
We're just praying for the crit fails. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have her updated sheet, so I don't know how much.
We just get
health
to
she
pray for the
has.
ones.
So Lady Beck did. You hear a whack. You hear not a whack. Sorry, these are claws. She took 3 damage there. She does have 2 attacks. So we'll see.
How much health does Lady Beck have?
I don't even know. I don't have her updated sheet. She has 17 total, so
Okay.
she's okay. So she's at 14 now. Did the second attack hit? I'm like kind of dying because like I love Lady Beck so much. Okay. You hear in the distance a whiff, and then you hear a slice, and Lady Beck goes "fuck," and that's the turn. She took 3 damage total. Okay, and then the last siren, who's at this point, like, she might start getting charmed by Boldar. Like, y'all have just been dancing on the edge of the ship for a little bit, just.
Can you just
Maybe-
push her off?
Maybe I should start talking again. That seemed to work last time. My attacks don't seem to be doing it.
I think after the swings that y'all have hit, she is fed up. And she's going to try and push you off the side of the ship. She's not even going to slash at you. She's going to take both her hands on one shoulder and try to just use her strength to push you off. So let's see a strength check.
If I win, do I push her off?
That depends on how the roll goes. I don't like doing those as either a one person wins, the other loses. Like I do think it matters what y'all roll.
Look on
She's a
George's
+1
face there,
to
doesn't
strength.
I haven't rolled it yet. I'm just about to.
I just say she's trying to push off the like the biggest
Yeah.
person on our team.
So I rolled a 14 plus 4, so that's an 18.
Y'all tie.
Oh, Jesus.
So I think that how I want to play this out again, I'm sure there's a rule
It's just us like
that will go against
locked
this.
in like a circle.
She goes, and you lean an inch forward, and then you kind of resist, and you go an inch back, and then she pushes you kind of again. So you guys are kind of like even doing this weird, like twitchy, like movie thing between the two of you. And
Hugging?
she's just like cursing at
basically.
you in primordial.
She's so
And
slippery.
she is. It's pretty awkward on both y'all's part at this point. This is an embarrassing show from the Sirens at this point.
None of them are dead yet.
And that's her turn. She can't do anything from that. Fuck. I was hoping one of y'all would go over.
Well, Flynn was in there for a bit.
That's true. That's true. I definitely think so far Fear has the MVP role here.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Flynn,
I
what's
think-
the water
Snatching him out. That takes us to the top at Boldar. Funny enough, you've
Okay.
got some claws on you that you're resisting.
Just be thankful you didn't go in, because I wouldn't be able to pick you up.
I mean, I guess I just still need to attack. I don't know what else I can do here. I need to kill this thing. Because if I throw her overboard, she's going to come back.
Yeah, but it'll take her like a turn.
Oh, probably a couple of turns. They're not that intelligent.
No, this one's the good one. This one's the one that can do shit.
This one's like the leader. You can tell.
So maybe I'm just
Are
going to
you
try and
sure
attack
she's
her.
humping George at the moment? Or Boldar?
She's the smart one. Right, okay, I'm just going to attack, I guess.
Oh my god.
Right, I rolled a 13. It's not going to hit.
It hits.
Oh,
Tie
gosh.
goes to the attacker.
Oh,
There
You're
it is,
lucky.
13.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god, okay. Forgot how to roll an attack roll now. It's been so long. That's a 9. I don't think I add anything.
9
do I?
damage?
I don't add anything.
Yeah, you're not in your rage.
No, I'm not in rage anymore.
Okay. She's starting to look bad.
Starting to? Hasn't she been damaged like 20 or something now?
Well,
Jeez.
remember Rob rolled a 28 and
True.
it didn't work.
True. And that was to beat their HP,
So-
wasn't it? So, yeah, jeez.
And
I
that's
want
fine,
to
we would've
double
got the
check
1.
here. You've been swinging a lot of whiffs. The one in front of you took a hit for 11, and you missed 2 rounds in a row. So this is only the second hit that one specifically has taken. The one that face planted that's back behind them has gotten, or she had, she got maced, she got daggered. So I have that, and then the one that fell into the water again has yet to be damaged. The one that face planted though also was the one that was kicked off first. So she took 1 damage and then got maced and then got daggered. That's how I'm trying to remember it. Correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I am not on my game
That's right.
due to this
No, I
lovely
think
failed con save here.
I think that's right.
So feel free to humble me, but that's what I have. Okay. So yeah, I will say she's got less than half of her health left. Next is Fear.
Okay, so I'm going to take a big gamble here. And I'm going to use message to Jeremy.
Jesus.
He really
Are you
wants
using your
Jeremy up
action
here.
on this?
Yes, this is my action, so it's a big gamble because this is my whole turn.
He's
Um,
not doing
I'm
much
gonna-
else up there, to be fair.
No, I'm not. So I'm gonna whistle to Jeremy and then just say there's some live fish food for dinner for you up on deck. Come get it. And just see if it comes helps.
Jeremy comes and eats something.
It does work through solid objects.
Mm-hmm.
It's within 120 feet.
Okay, what do you say to him again?
I whistle, so it's getting the attention of the horse, and then just say there's some live fish food up here for dinner for you. Come get it.
Okay.
But obviously, I don't know whether the horse understands me, but I'm guessing the whistle there will try and get its attention to come up.
Okay, here, kind of. Never mind. I think if you're gonna waste an action on this, I'm gonna be nice. I don't think I'm gonna make you roll persuasion. He is very happy down there with Fenric. He's really bonded with him. Normally, I would make you roll persuasion, I think, to pull him from that. But since you
Just
are
tell him-
devoting your turn to this, and I am not sober, I want to be nice.
I was gonna say, just tell him Fenric's in
Um,
danger. He'll come.
That's fair. I think if you worded it that way, I wouldn't even consider it. But I think the fish food, especially, he's like, I don't really
Say-
eat
say
fish.
it's
Yeah,
for
but
Fenric's
I think
safety.
he would know that Fenric's not in danger since it's right in front of him.
Again, I'm not gonna make this happen. I'm just talking
Yeah.
out loud here. I'm thinking
Can
out
they
loud.
not? Can he not hear the kerfuffle coming?
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the
but if the
deck,
sirens kill
or-
us, Rob, then Fenric is in danger. So it's
That's true. I will say, Mr. Jeremy has a speed of 60 feet. So in a flash, that means 60 feet per 6 seconds. He can move 10 feet a second at full sprint. This is insane.
That's terrifying.
He zips
That's
up
actually
there.
terrifying.
Please tell me he didn't climb up the crow's nest to me either. I didn't think about this.
And he's like, "What did you need? What did you want?"
Shoot. Okay. He has one attack. Sorry, we have to find a horse sheet.
Yeah. You
If
should've
we
thought
could
about it.
have him roll initiative to find his order, I would say at this point he's moved up there. I wouldn't say that this is his turn. I want to see where in the
I just summoned
order he
him.
falls.
I'm so sorry, Fenric, if he dies at this point.
No,
It
you're
would be
not.
funny,
You're
though.
putting him in
It would be
danger.
funny.
You brought him up here.
Look, no one else knows I got him up here. The horse just appeared.
Look, if he
as far
dies,
as you lot are aware.
if he dies, packed. We don't say anything to
Okay.
Fenric.
That would technically put him after one siren, but I'm not
Well,
gonna do that. So
as
he
far as
goes
you lot are
after the
concerned,
sirens.
Jeremy just appeared. No one called him.
Yeah, nobody heard anything. All of a sudden, Jeremy is just up there with a puffed up chest, like kind of like looking around.
All you saw was me
Um,
point down, and then Jeremy appeared. That's all.
Yeah, you
that's all
did
that
point.
happened.
It works by pointing.
Yeah, I just pointed down.
Which none of us would have been looking at the time, probably. Anyway.
That's true. You're like way up top. Nobody's looking at you. Anything else you can do with your turn?
No, I've used everything else.
Okay. Flynn. A horse
Alright.
has appeared. Nothing
Yeah.
else has really changed, other than the one siren has followed Lady Beck into the captain's quarters.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna follow that one and try and attack it.
He's sensing another kill on
Alright.
his list.
But as I'm jogging over there, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. As he passes Jeremy, he's
Is
like,
your
"Jeremy, what the fuck
speed
are you doing?"
Higher than 30?
Ooh, that's a good question.
What's your speed? I'd imagine so.
It's only got little legs, though.
Where would I find that?
I imagine he just rolls there though, just sort of jumps
I
and
might
dives.
have it.
Like Sonic.
I have your speed as 25 feet. Can you use your daggers within 5 feet though? Because I think you could get 5 feet away.
It's a range of 20 feet, 60 thrown, I think. Or no, 20 feet thrown.
Okay.
the hell
I
is
think within 5 feet you can do the melee attack though.
Okay. So I'm gonna
That's
go
how
ahead
it
and
works
attack
with
it.
the character I played. So.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Save Lady Beck already.
He's looking to
Okay.
get another kill on his tally.
Yeah.
Are you
I don't
keeping a
think
tally?
so. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I have
that's-
6 confirmed kills already. But my first attack will not hit. I got a 10.
Nope.
He's going to use that tally to like bargain for more money at the end of this. He's
But
gonna
the
be like,
second one, I got a 26.
Nice. God,
And
we need
I
these
get-
rolls.
Shit you rolled baffles me.
We need this. We need this.
I got max damage again, so 9.
Nice. Okay.
That one's got to be dead, surely.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that one is starting to look pretty sorry. You're starting to see some
Starting
blood
to.
sort of
Close.
seep onto it. It's not dead. I'm sorry. I would love to. I can't wait till I say, tell me how you kill the siren. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Anything else you can do with your turn?
Nope.
Doke. Next is Bray. We have a Flynn and a Lady Beck and a Siren in the captain's quarters. One, I believe, did the other one get to climb up or did it?
No, it fell in the water.
It fell back in.
Yeah.
That's right. So we still got one in the water, and then one had that dance with Boldar.
I did
And
hit
a
it,
horse
though.
appeared.
Yep. And you are just a bit behind me on that side. roughly.
Yeah.
He's in that area. Yeah.
I'm gonna have a slashy slash at that one. That's near us.
All right. Roll to attack. That's in front of Boldar, the one on the edge.
That's a 2.
Dude, use some dice or a different bot or something.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
gosh. What is happening?
I've
Didn't you roll a 20 to start?
He did roll a 20 star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His
And
luck
he said
ran
it
out.
only goes down from here or something.
Yep.
Jesus. Oh my. I'm
Yeah.
sorry
I mean,
for
I'm
your
not even
loss.
using
That
a
don't
bot.
hit.
I'm not even using a bot, and I rolled a 20 at the start as well.
I used all my good rolls on them strength things where I
That
didn't
you
really
should
need
be
it.
dang good, yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're out to get you.
I got a 20 for initiative.
Yeah. Anything else you can do other than your attack roll there?
Cry?
Is that a free
little-
action?
A
All
little
right,
cry?
roll performance.
You try to make them feel bad for you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean technically anything you roll takes an action, but fucking roll for performance, dude. Breaking the rules for this.
That's a 7.
I'd say a total of 3 tears. Nobody notices.
He
that
wipes
you
them
have
away.
a warm on your face.
Honestly, I'll take it at this point. I will take that.
I was just waiting for you to get a 20 for the crying.
I know, I was waiting for a good roll.
I
but
wouldn't have been
that
surprised if it was a crit
tracks.
fail, to be honest.
Your eyes feel really dry all of a sudden.
You start blinking.
Uncomfortable. Disadvantage on next attack. Lady Beck's turn is next. She had squatted on the bed, she got cozy, and then this fucking siren chased after her. Like, the fucking audacity. Come on, stay on the ground.
And it hit her at least once.
Yes. So I think upon getting a 1 slash, do we mace again, or do we maybe just do an unarmed strike and have her slap? What is the damage on an unarmed attack?
Yeah, I
look
guess
like?
it
think
depends
it's like
how
a D.
close
It's
it is
1
to
plus
hit.
your
1d.
strength modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Or does she
we'll
just
do the
whip
mace
out that
again.
crossbow?
Well, I
from
feel like
nowhere
she'd
and
want
point blank?
to.
Pull a Bray. No, I think she's just gonna whack her with the mace again.
Yeah, I feel like she'd wanna confirm
she's
that
like,
kill.
all right, I guess if you wanted more, you can have more. 18 hits. Let's see the damage on that one.
Crit.
This one's hurting too. This is the one that's the most damage. Wow, okay. That's a lot of damage.
Imagine after all this, Lady Beck's the one that kills her. None of us have killed her.
That would be excellent. Although I have a sneaking feeling that Flynn might take this kill. So all of you except for Bray, or sorry, not Bray, Flynn, hear a whack,
Whack.
maybe a screech. But Flynn, you do see just again, like it really, like you've killed plenty of things, but this feels wrong. She whacks
You
her
feel
with
sorry
this
for
mace.
it.
Oh no.
It's just fucked up, to be honest. The siren is hit. She is not dead. She does kind of get on her arms and kind of sort of shakily gets back up, and snarls. But she does take a good hit. I'm sorry. This is gonna be the rest of the night with these words. Okay. Next are the sirens. Let's see another strength check from this one that's flopping around in the water. See if she's even gonna want to participate. Maybe she just goes home. If she fails again, I'm just
Fail,
gonna have her
fail,
fucking
fail.
leave at this point. She's
Freya,
getting
please,
mad.
please fail.
Give us that crit one. She falls in the water
Rolled
and
a
then just goes
2.
fuck it and just
Ooh,
swims off.
so
Take that.
close.
Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
She gets one hand on the
Just
A
like
2
hanging
plus
there.
1, so it's a 3. Again, she
She just
gets
headbutts
like
the side of the
3
ship.
planks up and
She
then
is
falls in the water.
determined.
Yes.
I'm almost starting to feel sorry for her.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her.
I feel sorry for a couple
Do
of
you
them
want me
at
to
this
pick her
point.
up?
Yeah, can we
I can
bring
pick
her
her up on the
up?
ship.
Just go get her. Again, none of you but Fear even see this. You just hear another splash. It's
And
just the
another
weirdest
chuckle
thing.
off the top.
Yeah. Okay, so that's that siren. The one that got whacked by Lady Beck is now going to. She's really hit. I think she's going to try to flee. I think working off of the sort of narrative that they are baby sirens.
They're struggling now.
They were practicing. She's like, shit. She says that in Primordial. Shit. And she's going to sort of use her weakened speed to exit the captain's quarters. She's sort of in the central area of the ship towards the opposite side where the one keeps flopping into the water. But she's still on the top deck, probably about 10 feet from the edge, so she couldn't get quite far. I'm sort of nerfing her speed since she's that close to death at this point.
Lynn's not letting his killer get away.
I will
She's
jump in
trying
the
to get
water.
Yeah. You're like, not again.
been there once
Try and
before.
grab him before he goes.
I'll even help Flynn at this point. I'll fly with Flynn, just chasing them down.
Just dive bomb me.
And then I think we're going to have the one that's just been dancing with y'all. She's gonna swing her claws at Bray.
Ooh.
Bray's getting some
We
action.
have.
Oi, oi.
He did like that one.
That's great. Good job.
Yeah, Jeremy, come on.
Yeah, where's Jeremy in the initiative order?
Yeah, where's Jeremy's turn?
Jeremy's
Yeah, he's
after
like
the
running up there and now he's just like, okay.
Jeremy's going to steal
After
this
the
kill, I'm telling you.
siren.
God damn it.
Jeremy's gonna kill that one.
Don't out me. I'm gonna try.
Gonna trample it.
Try.
Gonna trample both sides.
If
I
it
feel
happens,
bad.
Fenric's going to be so proud.
Yeah, we'll tell him.
Yes, we'll have to tell him.
If it happens, I might do something.
It's gonna draw it.
God.
So was that a 6 for the attack?
Clutch.
Or was that the damage?
If it's
That
a
was
6.
the damage, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I think I forget things. So we need 2 attack rolls against Bray. You know what I didn't do on intermission?
What? Pee?
I didn't go potty. So I'm gonna need y'all to kill these.
Very soon.
Or I'll need a second intermission.
We can do it. We're not gonna make you pee yourself.
Why not?
Okay, pee yourself.
Here, does a 12 hit Bray?
Nah, mate.
Nah, mate.
Alright,
laughs.
so one swing and a miss. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah, just about.
Alright, so let's see damage on that. I didn't piss myself per the dice. So.
What would have been, because it was roll 2 piss yourself, would a 20 have been piss yourself or a 1?
I think a 20, because I was
Right.
trying to piss myself.
And a 1 is it just stops?
So I think
like,
a
you don't
20.
even-
Yeah, I think it's.
Oh god.
What?
What?
Alright, on that note, Bray, you take 6 damage.
Damn it.
Where are you at now?
11.
Okay.
Well, that's his
still at
first hit,
11.
isn't it?
Yeah.
If you died from
I
that,
mean, he
I'd
was
be
charmed
shocked.
the longest.
He
but didn't really-
basically stayed charmed till the last possible moment. and then moved away again. He was like, no, I'm not having any of that.
It was all a play. It was all a
Yeah,
play.
he was never charmed, he just didn't want to do
He
anything.
didn't want to...
And then, yeah, so Freya, you're right. Jeremy is next. I put him, he's technically rolled initiative higher than one siren, but I wanted to keep them together for my brain's sake. So he goes next. You have his sheet, I don't. I want him to charge that dying siren
Trample
and
it.
just
God damn it.
clobber him with his hooves.
Trample it.
I hope he
Yeah.
misses.
I hope he kills it.
I hope he
I
does.
don't. I know that there are formal horse sheets in D&D. I've never played one, and I should have looked it up knowing the group.
We
Knowing all
can
the jokes about Jezza.
we can
We
tell
should have known he would have been involved at some
we can
point.
tell Tristan that Jezza. We can inform Fenric that
He
Jez-
acted on his own accord.
No, that
Oh,
Jez has
God.
become a stone cold killer now. Jez is not going to be the same when Tristan gets back. He's a stone
A
cold
16
killer.
does hit.
Jess is gonna have that bloodlust.
He's got like
What
blood
does that
face paint
damage
on.
look like? They get 2d4 damage plus 3 for a horse?
Oh,
That's
He can do more than
insane.
me.
What the
That's
hell?
a ton of damage. Oh my
Why didn't we get
God.
earlier?
Jeremy's going to kill this. Jez is killing this siren.
Oh my god, it's killed like 2 times over.
Oh my God.
Traveling
Jeremy
into
does
the
more
depths.
damage than Boldar.
No.
This is disgusting. You see Siren Brain just
Everywhere.
splooged onto the deck of the ship. And he probably, at that rate, he keeps just trampling. He's like dancing at this point
Jesus
on this dead
Christ.
siren.
All I can
That
imagine
is
is like,
gross.
We've corrupted him. We've corrupted him. One
Um,
session without Fenric and he's corrupted.
Jess has finally snapped.
That was intense. I think that's his turn. I don't think he's gonna use his movement at all.
Splooge.
he's still dancing at this point.
All the splooge. Well, at least we finally killed one. That's one down.
Finally.
Hang on, I gotta roll charisma. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think Jeremy's gonna use his movement here. I think he's just gonna kind of just
He-
keep prancing on this
He's
dead
going to revel
siren
in the blood of his
grossly.
enemies.
Yeah, like I'm grossed out personally. Like I'm proud of him, but like I'm kind of grossed out. Like,
You're
I don't even
grossed
wanna
out.
talk
Wait
about
till we
it,
tell
but it looks
Fenric.
bad. I don't know if he's gonna be proud or grossed out. I don't know.
Fenric's gonna wake up and
Jeez.
Jeremy's gonna have like blood all over his hood.
Yeah.
Like,
What
what the
happened?
fuck
I
happened?
didn't realize that the damage a horse could deal was that intense. Like genuinely, like I would have been more careful to introduce a horse to the group at this point. But that's fun. Okay, that brings us to Boldar.
Good luck following that one up, mate. Jesus.
Listen here, Freya, I was close. But then Rob
Yeah.
here decides, oh, I'm gonna go call Jeremy.
Except y'all don't know that.
Yeah. Canon, you don't know I did anything.
But then I also feel like maybe we just weren't ready for the fight Sirens.
I'm invoking that intermission.
Yeah, go.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
use the
Yeah.
6 I rolled.
Yeah, maybe we just weren't ready for the Sirens. You need
I'm
to
not
give
even
us.
sure with Fenric would have been ready.
You need to give us like low health frog people or something like that.
I think would have been better off with Fenric because I don't think elves can
Everybody-
be charmed.
Oh,
Everybody struggled to kill everything besides me.
Mm.
Yeah, it's because you got crazy
What?
modifiers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
a
why.
support character.
I feel
I
like-
don't do anything.
I do kind of fall off later on.
I feel like a lot of what we've been like has been thrown at us has been a bit above us, but like your modifiers have helped counter that. But like, that's why we get stuck in these encounters. Is because
even
like,
those, what was it? Was it the goblins we fought in the first
mm,
one?
Mm-hmm.
they gave
Even
us
then, I think
trouble.
without Flynn, we were probably fucked.
Yeah,
To be honest.
and we were a party member down because like we are now. We didn't have fear, so
Mm.
Maybe some of us should have used the hammocks.
maybe,
Yeah.
just maybe.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it?
I know, right?
We're only level 2. You have to go easy on us.
But I'm that person that's, the DM's trying to highlight something. I'm going to do the opposite, even if it doesn't help us in any way.
I feel like we're lucky that they didn't decide that like the ship could have crashed into something, and because that would have added a whole other element of like,
Yeah.
do you try and
I was
stop
worried
people?
about that.
Yeah, are you going to stop people going overboard? Are you going to go to the wheel? Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Like, so we're quite lucky.
We're
they
lucky.
didn't do
We're
that.
lucky. We're just like in open water at the moment.
Yeah. Like, there's an island in front of you. Do you go to the wheel, or do you stop Flynn from yeeting himself off
I'll
the
make-
ship?
Part of me was thinking Freya's just like sitting there, just like they have no idea.
She just
what's
said thanks for
coming."
the idea in the chat. It's not too late. I feel like it's kind of too late though. One's
Well, we'll
one's
just do what we
dead.
do in Sea of Thieves and go over the island. It's
What?
fine.
Yeah.
One of them's dead. One of them literally can't get on the ship, and one of them is like fairly fucked up now. Welcome back.
Everyone stop talking about that.
Yeah, stop talking about that now. She's back.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. My pride is too sensitive. You can say whatever you want when I'm gone. I don't give a fuck.
Just don't say it to my face.
Freya says, "Can we crash the boat?" Should I not have said that out loud? We'll see.
No, we were just
already talked
discussing
about
it. Yeah, we were just discussing it because I said I was surprised. You know, when I asked you whether the ship was okay, whether it was on open water and stuff like that, and you said it was. I was saying I was surprised you didn't like throw like an obstacle in front of us where it was like, do you save everyone who's charmed, or do you like steer the ship, or like what do you do? And then Freya was
Yeah,
like,
I
it's
mean, I
not.
will
Freya
say-
was like, it's not too late. And I was like, well. one of
Fear's
them's
at the
dead.
top, but I don't know that he's actively looked for an obstacle, so that is
No,
possible.
I'm just looking down and pointing at this point.
And
I've not even
laughing.
looked up.
Actually, Freya, could we have a D8 roll, please?
He's just laughing.
Oh god.
The mast collapses and Fear falls into the sea.
Sun damage. I was too close to the sun, mate.
Let's see, I put a list
Your wings
here.
melt
I'm
off.
trying to
Yeah, sunburn.
find
Can't flap your wings anymore.
this. Yeah, there's no mods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. Whoops. They're going this direction now.
We're going back where we came from. There's like an army waiting for us.
We're going back to the Sirens den. That's what we're doing.
We're taking them home because there's that one that's struggling, and it's like,
She swam a long way, alright?
East. Granted, let's see. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's essentially, though it's been 3 hours for us, damn near. It's only been like 8 in-game minutes. So the ship hasn't been out of control that long. Like it's still like bright and early in the morning.
a lot has happened.
So
in
they've
8
been
minutes.
heading that direction for 8
And a
minutes.
very eventful 8 minutes.
Yeah.
At this point, I do want to say, because we typically end at 3 hours, it's been 3.5. If anyone needs to go, just let me know. I can make a note where we are in the fight. I do think I'm prepared to see these sirens finished up here, and we can end it at that if that's good with everyone.
Yeah,
Yep,
I got
sounds
time.
good to
Yeah.
me.
Okay. Okay, sweet. Just want to make sure. And that does bring us still back up to Boldar. We have one trampled one flopping around in the water. You have one in front of you. Everyone's still kind of where they were with Fear up top. Lady Beck probably maced and then just sat back down on the bed. I didn't say that earlier, but I'm sure she's found her spot again.
The one next to us has just attacked Bray, right? So I think I would just attack them again. Just attack them again, as normal.
Yeah, that is something
Yeah.
you can do.
Let's do
Anything
it.
you want to use your great axe again?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
It's a 14.
That hits.
Okay.
Tell me how much you do.
Please, please. Something good. I think I dropped it. Oh shit. I lost it.
I'll count that as a
Becky,
crit
that's a
fail.
great idea.
I actually lost my dice. Hold on.
Yeah, that's a crit fail.
I have to find my dice.
I think we should give
What?
George glow-in-the-dark dice for this whole point.
Wait, I couldn't hear him. Did he lose his dice?
Yeah,
he's
he
lost
rolled
it.
it off the table.
Oh, no.
I'm just picturing him like scrambling around on all fours trying to find it.
Roll investigation.
Yeah, we probably
I
use
found
his
it.
dice for that.
19. Does he find it?
Freya already got it. 19, you'll find
He
it.
found
yeah.
That 19 really helped.
I think so. That was
I found
really
it.
fun.
Cool. Alright, let's try that one again, shall we? I guess. Right. I think I did something because I can't hear anyone now.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, keep talking, Rob.
What? Why
Can
do you
you
want
I
me
hear
to
you.
me?
I hear you. Oh, because I could. I
Yeah, he
heard
put you
you.
on the
I heard
spot.
you just then, so that's why I was like, keep
Oh, okay.
talking. Right. Okay, let's do this a bit better this time. It's an 8.
8 damage.
Yep. Also, when I was looking for my dice, I found a chocolate.
You really did get a 19 investigation. Like, fuck, dude. That's funny. That's really cute. I'm glad Maya didn't find it.
Yeah, it was under a desk, so she wouldn't have got it. She would have been able to get
Okay.
it.
At that, that siren takes a pretty heavy hit. She's starting to look shaky. She's not quite there yet.
That was intense.
Yeah, that was intense. Okay. Anything else you can do with your turn?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
Fear.
Do you think I could message the Kraken?
God damn it.
Oh god.
No,
The
scratch
range
that.
is 120 feet. You're
Yeah.
really like
He'd
you
have
have
to be
to
close.
point too. You have to know exactly where
Look,
it
if
is.
it's right beneath us and it hears me, like,
He'd have to be
You
No,
can
close.
try if you want.
no,
What are
I'm
the
going to use
odds?
vicious mockery on the siren that's on the ship still.
I'm not the one that's
Okay.
struggling to climb up.
No,
So
I
we
think
need to
think that's had enough
roll
embarrassment from my point of view.
a
Like, it
d20
knows.
plus 2. I'll type it because I don't want to say it out loud. Excuse me.
I knew it was just a matter of time until I lost my dice.
But you gained out of it, so you know.
True. True.
You did gain a chocolate.
And I don't know what that roll would have been. Like, obviously, me losing it, I re-rolled because I didn't know what that roll was. So, it could have been a bad one. And an 8 was solid.
Yeah, what's the insult?
He hasn't thought this far ahead.
No, I really haven't.
Oh, it hit?
I didn't think to ask until Miss Squeak said something. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. We need to know what's going on. Is this a pun? She's requested a pun. I'm assuming she. I'm sorry if that's
Yeah,
incorrect.
it is she. Ash.
I heard miss. I see miss. So I'm like, oh.
I'm not sure I can think of any puns off the bat.
Well, let's open it up to the
I
team.
would-
We got any fish puns?
Yeah, have we got any fish puns? Otherwise, we're
Maybe
gonna go
Miss
for-
Squeak has one.
Otherwise, we're going to go for a classic get off the ship, you nerd.
Nice
Okay,
one.
that's pretty
That'll
good.
do.
Plus 2. Does a 17 succeed?
No.
No. I just called it a nerd for no reason.
Yeah, maybe start thinking of a fish pun. Maybe the next one will go better. I think that's why. I think that's why she's.
Don't you have
She's
inspiration?
like.
I
you?
do.
You could re-roll.
You could use it if you wanted. I
but
actually I
it's
don't
not
think you
me
can
rolling.
because I rolled.
Oh
It's
yeah.
them
Oh
rolling.
yeah. That's true.
So it wouldn't matter.
Because
For me.
your attack was good, but the defense was better. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was just really. She has some self-confidence despite being battered.
She knows she's the
doing
best of
better
those
mentally than she is physically.
three. She
Yeah.
knows she's the best of those 3. One of them's literally a puddle on the floor now.
The other one can't even get on the
Exactly,
fucking boat. She
exactly.
can't even get up.
Exactly. She's like, as far as I'm concerned, I passed this test. If this is a test, I passed it.
She skipped arm day. Okay, Fear, anything else with your turn?
No. After I've used all my bonus actions, my turns become pretty useless.
Not useless. Just think of
I
a
just
better
shout
pun.
stuff at this point.
That goes a long way if they hit.
They're
Freya's
just
been
emotionally
really,
scarred.
she's been rolling good for their charisma. They're charismatic sirens. Flynn is next.
Mm-hmm. How far are they away from the captain's cabin?
Who's they? How far are you?
Or the one siren that everybody's attacking and missing?
She's pretty
That one's on the far left. port side of the ship.
Yes,
right on
with
the
where
edge.
Boldar's pretty much kept her on the ledge. Boldar and Bray have kind of kept her cornered. I haven't really been able to utilize her motion because she's still on that ledge where she climbed up. And she's
Okay.
looking pretty hurt.
So if I use my full 25 range, how far away would I be?
You were in the cabin or had you left?
I thought I was behind the siren, and then the siren left, so I wasn't fully in the cabin.
Yeah, I don't think you can get quite that far. You can get
Oh.
close. I think you can get within 10 feet of them.
Okay,
But I think
well,
since
I
you
can just-
moved in there and you have
I
a
can-
slightly lower than average speed.
I can still throw my daggers.
Yes. While you're rolling that attack, I do want to highlight Becky's comment here. You don't have to be a brain sturgeon to come up with a fish pun. I really love that. I
Okay,
do like these fish puns. They are cracking me up.
first one's a 13.
13 hits.
8 damage.
I'd say that dagger sticks into her skull and it's gushing blood and it's nasty. And she kind of falls a little bit, but she ain't dead. It's
Okay.
grossing me out still. I don't.
It's kind
I
of
don't like
worse.
this.
It's worse that she's
Well,
not dead.
I take my other
She's not
dagger.
dead.
I take my other dagger and I get a 19,
That hits.
and it's an 8 damage.
How do you want to kill her? I mean, you're kind of throwing, so it's
He
kind
gets
of
a kill.
difficult. If you want to add any sort of finesse, you can.
Jezza
I
stole his
just-
kill, so
I'm just kind of mad that Jeremy stole my kill, so I just kind of throw it. I don't care at this point.
How about this? She's still on the ledge. Roll a d6 for me.
Okay.
Tell me if it's even or odd.
It is odd.
She falls into the water with 2 daggers
Yep.
with
All
her.
right.
So you do lose those 2. But she is dead. She ain't following the boat no more. Also, because my weakness is puns, sorry that my attempt was at a joke was a pile of carp. Well, salmon had to say it. It's just beautiful. I really love this.
where are these when you
I
had to come
just-
up with a
I know,
hits?
right?
I know. Now you're like really.
I
Okay,
have
and then
the
as the
inspiration
finishing
first.
blow, Miss Squeak says, "Finished her."
Yeah, but I need
I
new
love it.
daggers now.
Yeah, that's okay.
You
We'll
could dive
figure
in
it
after
out.
them. She's dead. She don't.
Well, I think I have one, which I don't actually ever use, so technically I
Okay.
could give it away. But it's just not the same as your daggers.
It wasn't.
They were perfectly weighted.
7 confirmed kills on my dual wield daggers.
Um,
Can we fish them out of the water with a net or something?
Jeremy, go get them.
Jeremy, fetch.
There we go.
Nope.
Yikes.
We've lost her. She's coming back. There she is.
Yeah.
what did you last hear?
I didn't hear anything from you.
No.
No,
At
you
all?
froze.
No.
Okay. I want to do 3 things. 1, Boldar, if you want to, this siren was directly in front of you when she teetered. The roll that he made determined that she would fall. If you wanted to make a deck save to see if maybe you can snatch a dagger, if that's something you think he would do.
Yeah, I could try it.
I figured I'd give you the opportunity.
Okay. So that's a dex saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'm being too nice, but
Crit.
fail
Crit,
or
crit,
20.
crit. Yeah, 20. Nat 20.
A 20?
A nat 20.
Holy shit!
Nat 20. I grab both.
Nicely
I grab
done.
both daggers. Push her.
I think you do just that.
Yeah.
I think you do just that. I was gonna have you roll to catch 1, but I
Mhm.
can't really say no to a fucking
Right.
20, bud. So yeah, you like like a cartoon, kind of go and grab them both and,
And then-
kind of turn maybe at
Yeah,
Flynn.
push her and turn around. And then
And
just
push
go like
her
this to
down.
Flynn.
That was excellent. That was really good. Okay, next, at this point, we have 2 dead sirens. One could not even fucking get to y'all.
She's still there, like.
Pathetic.
You are all immune to her song for 24 hours, and she knows this by now.
She's like, I just want to go
Um,
home, holding on to the
I think I kind of want to just give you guys the opportunity to roleplay to decide. So you hear splashing, maybe fear lets you know that she's there. If you want to intimidate her, if you wanted to try and attack her from the ocean, kind of what are you guys thinking? She's still there, she's still following.
Can we,
I
as a-
mean, you do have a dead siren on deck. If you wanted to intimidate her with that, I kind of want to know what
we-
you think your character's
As a
gonna
group
do.
bonding exercise, can we just
Hold. I have
start
kind
drinking
of an
rum and
idea.
just throwing the empty bottles out?
Empty rum bottles, throw them at her.
I-
What was your idea, Flynn?
I rolled a 17 intimidation.
Ooh.
Would it be able to work?
How do you do it? How do you want to
So-
intimidate her?
I go over to the smushed head of the
What's left?
siren. I kind of just pick it up
Scoop up the remainder.
and I just throw it overboard and say, "How you like that? A horse beat you.
And then
You
we
like
and
having
then,
a horse beat you?"
And right when you said that, we send Jeremy to look over the edge at her, like.
Yeah, I think Jeremy knows what's up, and he walks up to the ledge and with a hoof points at the head somehow,
Yeah, it just goes.
like cartoonishly.
We're
puts
like,
the hoof up.
we'll send him in there.
If we could have a intimidation roll from the siren, we'll see. Or if you wanted to do a charisma roll for her, I think you technically combat intimidation with intimidation to see who's more spooky. But I'll have it be up to you as well.
Good thing for the siren is they didn't actually see exactly what happened.
Just Jeremy roll intimidation.
Wait,
as well.
this one seems to be the force leading over.
Otherwise, they'd definitely be intimidated.
Yeah, I would actually say you do technically get advantage. That's technically a help action from Jeremy if you wanted to see if you already rolled pretty high.
Now Flynn's like,
If
I'm
you
starting
wanna
to
roll
like this
again.
horse. I understand why.
It's technically a help action. I didn't think of that.
I rolled the exact same thing.
Sounds good. We'll see.
We're all just thinking, oh, Fenric won't believe what happened.
Yeah. He's gonna be
We
so
gotta
upset.
we gotta like shave a little 1 into Jeremy for his 1 kill.
Yes, sorry, Freya.
No, we put a braid
if
in his
you
mane
could-
for a kill. 1 braid. It's 1 kill.
They are intimidating the remaining siren to see if they can get her to just flee. If you could combat that, I think it's either charisma or if depending on how she wants to roll, either her charisma to combat it or if she wants to try and intimidate them back, she can roll intimidation. She says, "I spaced. Am I rolling? I just heard Jeremy."
It's all
in-
Jeremy.
What did you roll again?
17.
17.
17. She beat that.
Oh,
Dang
shit.
it.
She climbs up.
She's following along.
Finally.
Did anyone else have any ideas? I mean, I'll let you try one more thing and before I have her maybe try to climb up.
Can I jump down and then use the other dead siren as a puppet to lean over the end of the ship and just like mimic the voice and just go like, "No, we're happy here. Go home."
I've decided to
That's
make peace with them.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Have you seen Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get more Jeremy. I think they'll try at this point.
I'm not sure whether you want me to roll intimidation or performance at this point.
I feel like performance.
I'll
is
let you choose. I'll let
performance,
you
surely.
choose. I will say Freya, she's asking because they speak primordial. Their listing says that they speak common too, so they will understand this. They understand what you've been saying. But yeah, I'll let you pick.
I'll go with performance because it's +4 over +3. God damn it! It's a 10.
Does someone want to help invoke advantage?
Well, I've got inspiration, don't I? So I could roll again.
Can
That's
you
true.
use that on yourself? Oh,
Don't
I
I?
guess yeah. I gave you inspiration that you could use.
You don't want me for performance. I got a -1.
I'm +1 for performance. So.
The second roll goes to an 18.
Mhm.
Okay.
You just need to
I'm gonna
warm
roll
up.
charisma for her again. This is like drawn out. If there's anything that this one siren particularly can do, it's waste fucking time.
Every combat
Yeah.
encounter, we have like one person at the end that just gets a little bit more shit than the rest of them.
Okay. I
There
was
was the
gonna say
goblin.
if she succeeded, I was just gonna have her follow y'all for 24 hours
I
until
was
she
gonna
was
say
singing
she's just
again.
she's just trying to like play for time until like
Yeah,
At
it's
this
24
point,
hours
yeah,
runs
but
out.
she did fail that time. So she saw one head and was like, fuck you. Now I'm just mad. I'll attack you. And then she saw you using it as a puppet and fucking left. That's gross.
She was like, these guys are sick.
She's like, never mind. That's it. You do see her sort of swim off in the opposite direction. So a couple things to close this off. This has put you a bit off of schedule. At least in the past 10 minutes, you guys were traveling south. So not as bad as if you were going west. You're not going the opposite direction, but a little bit out of the way. So you might have some unforeseen obstacles coming up, since you're kind of going off the chosen path.
I blame the captain.
He was getting
Yeah,
shit
Bray.
done. He shot a pistol and he swung a sword, and for a lot of it,
But
he
he
just
missed
really
with the
wanted a
pistol.
girlfriend. Okay, so you've solved our siren puzzle. I think to end it, we should have a survival roll to see if you get sunburnt per Becky's
no.
request. And that will be how we end.
This
Can I
was
to
pocket the
continue.
siren head I puppeted?
Oh god. He's gonna
It
use
could be
it
used
more
later.
often. That's disgusting. I like this. This one was 90% a combat encounter this whole adventure. We really dragged that one out.
Genuinely, I think Freya and I are learning about combat. I mean, we really threw the goblins at you. It was supposed to be quick and easy, but we didn't think that you were surely outnumbered. And then even though we nerfed these sirens, it's just complicated to have like a
For
water
sure.
combat overall,
sure.
I think. And they
But I
do
mean,
a lot of damage and they have a lot of health.
It also works well because obviously we're missing someone, and it means that not too much is
That's
done
true.
without them. But it never felt it's not felt lacking at all.
Yeah, I will say that was not meant to be the final encounter for this session.
But that's okay.
So
We can start
we're
next time.
figuring it out. It's a learning experience.
Hell yeah.
Those were some pretty gnarly monsters for a level 2 team missing a person. So I think you guys did a great job.
What is it for sunburn? 20 plus
To,
survival?
I
Roll a
posted.
d20, a survival check, so you can add your survival modifier.
I have a 0 survival modifier, and I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
I posted a screenshot.
Good job. Let's get some. What is it? Crit.
And survival.
We gotta celebrate that.
It is crit. There you go.
You gotta celebrate that. Even for sunburns, a crit goes a long way.
I got a
we
16
got?
plus a 2, so an 18.
I need Fear and Bray. I think you might have said yours already.
Rob, do you want to go first? Or...
I'm looking at both our faces.
Oh, no.
I think I'm going to be just as bad.
Do we
Well,
have a toasted pirate?
Add a
I've
bird.
got a 4 plus 1, so 5.
Ooh,
So I think my feathers are turned red from blue.
looking a bit cooked.
to end the night properly, Bray got a crit fail.
You didn't. Are you serious?
He's got that kind of sunburn where you can't move.
God. He just
All
gets
right.
skin cancer.
He dies. He dies of heat stroke.
Okay. I will say, Lady Beck also, funny enough, rolled a natural 20 on this sunburn roll.
She's got a beautiful tan.
So Lady Beck and Flynn look beautiful. I mean, maybe you see like the tail end of a SPF 30 little bottle hanging out the back of one of their shirts, maybe, I don't know. But they're great. They're shining. They got that summer glow. So I would say Boldar's looking fine. Fear, I don't think you see anything different on Fear. He doesn't feel that different. I think he smells a bit like a
Cooked.
rotisserie
A
chicken.
bit cooked.
He smells
a bit
oddly
toasty.
delicious right now.
We haven't eaten for a while.
Just remember who saved
I-
your asses.
Oh, let me think here. We gotta do some. How should we fuck up Bray? I think maybe at some point, siren blood had splashed on your face,
You're allergic.
and that is when you were sunburnt. So later, when you maybe rinse off your face or it kind of dries and comes off, you just have a dick shape on your cheek now from the blood. Who knew siren blood was SPF 120, you guys?
Oh my god.
I'll put that in other proficiencies, I think.
Dick on cheek.
Yeah, it's not permanent. Maybe you have some disadvantage to some rolls next time. I don't know. Or advantage.
Dick
If you want to
shaped
seduce someone,
sunburn
maybe.
On cheek.
on left cheek.
Face cheek. Make sure you.
Oh, in brackets. Face.
Make sure you specify.
Maybe later on, Lady Beck nudges her fantasy sunscreen your way later on. But
He's
Or
gonna
maybe
be-
she
for now,
doesn't.
you're
Or
rolling.
maybe she doesn't.
Well, does she
Maybe
have?
she doesn't.
Maybe
Maybe
she doesn't.
maybe she has aloe or something. I feel like that would be more useful. Now.
Yeah,
Some after
maybe at the
sun.
next island, y'all can roll to find some